You are now listening to the Non-Millennial Millennials podcast, brought to you by House of Spades Media Group. Enjoy.
We good? All right. As you were saying, that was kind of funny though.
Oh, about the penguin that I'm gonna buy and keep him on ice?
Yeah, about why all your exotic animals are named Barry. From the koala to the penguin to the meerkat to, I believe there was a
See, I started etching
monkey
off.
in there somewhere.
No, you wanted a monkey,
Yeah, that was me. Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah,
like,
that
I
was
don't
me.
want anything that's gonna throw shit.
I wanted
So,
a chimp specifically,
It's a monkey.
but it's a type of monkey. It's a
Look, nigga,
specific type. Don't disrespect chimps like that, motherfucker. We came from them. Theoretically, if you believe in that type of stuff.
it's a monkey.
It is.
Nothing more.
Nonetheless.
Nothing more need be said. But it was a process of elimination on what exotic animal I want. You know what I mean? It's just the penguin happens to be the most practical.
How is a penguin more practical than a meerkat? Koala, yeah, but a meerkat,
It's not practical. That's why it's been.
it's hard to get, but it's not practical.
Nigga.
If you got enough money to get a meerkat, you can get.
Yeah,
a
but I
meerkat.
got to keep him in its own sandy environment, nigga. What if I leave such sandy environment or necessary? I have to because of due to work.
Then
and
you
shit.
hire people to watch them till you get back. Because if you got enough money to get a fucking meerkat, you can fucking pay for somebody to watch it while you go out of the country.
Maybe I don't need people outside of my inner circle knowing about
Then
such a
you
meerkat.
got fucking trust issues, and you need to take that up with your mama, your daddy, your God, and your therapist, nigga.
No to all of those things.
Then you have no real moral system.
I do.
Code.
But
Do you?
still, yeah, the meerkat was.
I mean, I guess it's maybe a bit better than mine, but
I wanted a motherfucking mountain
maybe not.
lion and shit, but my wife wouldn't let me.
so it's not. Okay.
I want one of them shits for real though.
Is it worth it?
They don't get like dumb big and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? They get big, but they don't get like stupid, crazy big, and you can domesticate them and shit. Like, for real, for real. But if they like wild and shit, like sometimes like they don't really bother people, but they will attack a motherfucker in the wild.
I feel like it's
You know
not.
what I mean?
I feel like it's not worth domesticating any animal outside of a tiger, and even then,
See,
you
that's
know,
too
it's a
damn
tiger.
big. You know
Is
what I mean?
it?
When it become an adult tiger, that shit, why the fuck you gonna keep that in the house?
I mean, it's a tiger, but if you gotta go tiger, you gotta go tiger. If I keep you
And
in
you
a
know how-
cozy environment and at a reasonable, we gonna social distance. But then, if I want to pet him, I want to
You're
pet
not
him. If I
even-
want to show him love and affection, cool.
You just keeping
Now,
an
if he
animal.
wants to rip
free-
my face off in that process,
You just
okay.
keeping an animal prisoner at that point. I'm talking about actually having a pet.
Bitch, I enjoy exotic.
Yeah, if you just like, when you get too big, you got to be out there in a cage.
Nigga,
if I'm
I would-
raising my baby mountain lion cub from
First
its
off-
youthfulness, and it's in the crib, and it grows up alongside my daughter, and then and has this love and bond for the family and shit. And by the time it becomes an adult, and I'm just like, ooh, you too big, you might eat somebody. Go outside. You know what happens then?
They eat things. Animals.
It feels like the owners have abandoned it.
That's
And
not
then it
true.
would attack.
That's why you're supposed to go out there every day and care for it and play with it and be with it. Let it in the house for a couple hours. You let it out. You let it be. You make sure at that point you're just trying to tame the beast. If you love it that much and you can't let it go, if you own an exotic animal like a mountain lion or a tiger or something, you're just taming the beast once it gets big enough to rip your fucking face off.
You can't domesticate a tiger, bro. I think it's impossible in a house.
I think theoretically it's impossible, but
just
it
like you're
also
swimming
has
to Africa,
been done.
this is pretty far off. This one might be a little bit more probable.
But
it's-
the tiger did kill him anyway. All right, well, tiger's gonna tiger, nigga.
Well, yeah, like tigers almost ate Joe Exotic, like a couple
we
times.
lost that. Yeah.
Are we still saying free Joe Exotic?
Of course not.
Okay.
No, not at all.
All right,
No.
so we're gonna intro
No.
this
No,
episode
we're
then.
not.
Episode 149, Millennials
Hey.
Podcast, House of Spades Media. It's your host, the A1 on the mic, motherfucking podcast Puffy. The this motherfucker up in this bitch, Jose Ortega, with my co-host, Bidrick 93rd, aka Busy 93. We in this bitch for another week.
Get ready for this audible sodomy.
Damn it, stop doing that. Like, God.
Stop doing what?
Stop not releasing an album. How about that?
You can go fuck yourself, sir. I sodomize these people's, or I help you sodomize these people's ear. I've used sodomy way too much. I have helped you, penetrate these people's ear holes for every week for over 149 weeks. I'm doing my job, God damn it. I rap on the side. I'm a hustler. Leave me alone.
You, sir, are podcast Steven Anderson. You are blasphemy at its
That is
finest.
blasphemous.
You know, you are
For those of
blasphemy
you
at
that
its
are hip to
finest.
the lore, that is blasphemous, sir.
The lore, like this nigga, some
That
type
is
of
blasphemous.
mythical Southern white supremacist messiah.
That is blasphemous, sir. I am only the messiah of these bars, nigga. Fuck with me. Ain't none of you niggas.
I can't confirm that. You ain't got no album.
That's
So,
fine.
like,
I ain't
moving-
got a 3 Stacks ain't got an album.
Yeah, but he been with Outkast.
I get that.
Yeah, that's
Anyway,
it's nothing more.
I get it.
Nothing
I
more
get
DB.
that. I get that. I get that.
Jordan
He's-
killing you.
he's- all right, let's
But-
not go that far.
He is though. But where you want to start this week? We kind of got music to start with. We got some politics on the deck. We got some real funny shit. I think some shit's funny.
I mean, I don't want to start with politics, but
Let's
I
not do that. Then.
Wait,
I really don't want to neither.
Wait, but I do only because I don't want to spend that much time on it. But also because you just said quicker than I could say that. You don't want to. Let's start out hot as a motherfucking tamale coming off the truck of the street your Mexican ass grew up on. Motherfucking NBA Youngboy. What is wrong with this man?
This is where I'm gonna give a very
Why are you running from the police as a multimillionaire, my nigga?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Why is the K9 unit on you after you hopped out of what? A Lamborghini with chains on and money in your, like, thousands of dollars in your pocket, I'm assuming. Why are they chasing you like you the broke nigga from New Orleans you used to be? You've been rich for like 7 years, my nigga. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Like, I love you. What are you doing?
Whatever educational system that
Dog,
that
what are
young
you
man
doing?
was a part of for the very short period.
Do
that I'm sure
herpes
he-
make you act like that?
Can we call a friend from Brightmo?
Who you know from Brightmo got herpes?
A lot of Brightmo got herpes.
All right, I don't know nothing about that side of Brightmo.
It's a lot
Shout out
of
to Brightmo. I don't know nothing about that
There's a lot
side.
of Brightmo herpes.
Maybe something. I don't know nothing about that.
And them white trailer trash folk be, you know what I'm saying, inbreeding and all types of shit out there.
I'm just saying.
You know,
fam.
I mean, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Call it what you want.
You know
I'm
know
just
you know
saying.
that part of Brightmo that stink a little different.
It need lotion like the east side because it's closer to the east side. That's a different point. Anyway, Detroit shit. Anyway, my
Like the
point
West Side
is
don't need lotion.
the whole east side need lotion. We
The
love
whole
y'all.
West Side need lotion.
Yeah.
It needs some Vaseline. on
Okay,
that
put it
bitch,
like
too.
this. Put it like this.
Fuck
West
it.
side need Vaseline. East side need a vino. You feel me? You got spent. You know what I mean?
HP needs some motherfucking cocoa butter. And that shit needs.
We
to be
gonna leave my
revived.
city out of this, you little bitch.
that shit needs
We
to
gonna
be
leave my
revived.
part of town out of this, okay?
Ah, you get some.
We
smoke,
gonna
too.
leave my part of town out of
You
this.
get some smoke too.
Hey.
Y'all can't
Hey.
Y'all can't even
Hey.
gentrify right because y'all roads is fucked up.
That's not true. We can't gentrify white because
Nigga.
all of the police is white.
Nigga, have you, bruh?
Yeah, I
You-
rode through the hood lately. It looks like
On
white folks been
every-
buying it up. they slowly but surely. It'll look brand new in about 15 years. Word to HP, my nigga.
So
I
they
love
getting some
you.
cocoa butter for it.
But it's paid for by the white man. It don't count.
Buy back your property with your stimuluses.
I don't
Like-
live there
like
no more,
T.I.
man.
said.
Hey, look. I hate to say it, bro. I ain't buying back that hood. That shit was far gone when I fucking was growing up there. And guess what?
I expect
Guess
nothing
what?
less from you.
No. And you know why I'm gonna attack this? This is the most important part. Soon as I moved out or was forced out by the bank on some motherfucking corporate bullshit. Soon as I was forced out of my grandmother's house by the bank, you know what happened? You crackhead niggas that knew my family and you got your fucking friends that didn't, that were also crackheads, and you ran in my fucking grandmama's house and you stole the copper out the basement. Fuck you. Fuck that block. I love HP, but, you know, hey. Fuck them crackheads, man.
You just told every nigga story that came, like got their house taken up from under the recession.
Right.
Boo fucking who? Drop your album and become a star and turn your life around and, you know what I'm saying, and win that Grammy that I'm going to shame you into.
No.
That's how you solve that problem.
You can't shame me into what the Academy will eventually give me 30 of just because they love me.
No, you're going to make a pop record that's just going to go. And I'm
going to fuck around and get like 20 in a night. I'm going to sweep like 6 genres with one song.
Yeah. And in that process, you're going to Macklemore, Kendrick Lamar twice. And then it's
That's the only way you can do that if you can get that many Grammys.
You're like, yeah.
You're going to have to fuck a couple people over.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm going to tell everybody, hey, I'm going to do the white people thing. Hey, I know it's supposed to be yours, but you know.
Yeah, and
I love you though. We love you. We love you. But
you're gonna be Stan Lamore.
Yeah.
You're gonna be Stan Lamore. Yeah. Biz Lamore.
I'd rather you said Busy Eilish. Jesus.
No. If you did do that,
I would have did.
We can't be friends.
I'd at least do it with the dignity of Billie Eilish. You know what I'm saying?
We get back to NBA Youngboy in a second, but I do want to ask this question. You cannot tell me that woman looks like she showers every day.
That's fine.
All right. Back to NBA
every other day, every 2 days.
Remember?
You ain't gonna eat that ass?
Ew, no.
You tripping.
Look,
eating that motherfucking sweaty off stage. You know what I mean?
I agreed with Charlamagne when he said that Kesha looks like she stinks years ago. I agreed for the time.
She did. That's different.
But no,
Billy got like a weird goth thing going on.
Kesha looked like she smelled way better than Billie Eilish, nigga.
No.
Yeah, bro.
Don't offend that girl like that.
Ugh.
No.
Come on.
No.
Come on, fam.
No. And Billy just dyed all her hair blonde too. No. Stop it.
Don't be Yeezus, Kanye. Come on, bruh.
Fam.
Don't be that. Don't be that.
Yo, if I pull her, I might marry her. Stop it.
Oh,
Stop
you
it.
Yeezus, Kanye.
Hey, y'all. Guess what? Hey, it'll be Billy. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean.
93rd son?
You did.
Ew. This house gonna stink, nigga. That shit gonna smell bad. But back to NBA Youngboy, and he probably stunk.
What's wrong with your mans, bro? I love how we just jump around from topic to topic without really.
That's content.
Saying anything.
It's content.
Yeah,
it's content.
Yeah,
That's cooked. That's what we cook.
Scatterbrain content.
But I'm ashamed of such young nigga. And I'll tell you why. When a nigga that has money.
Yes.
This was the first thing that came to my mind. When I seen like this nigga ran. And he had to be picked up by K9s. I'm like, all right, when you're a young nigga that has money. And you have outstanding federal warrants out for your arrest for whatever reason. In his case, firearms and all types of shit. But in that case, your only real play is to be about as non-threatening as possible to being a flight risk, which means don't evade.
Right.
And you can get bail because you a young nigga with money. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But no.
I mean, granted, he just posted like what $75,000 bill a couple months ago, so I'd imagine that hurt his pockets a little bit.
He not getting one now. He not getting a bail now.
Probably not.
You didn't send. They had to send out. It was a car chase first. Then he
was
got
it a car chase? Because I heard it was like more of a he just didn't pull over. So it was a slow chase. It wasn't really like fume, and nigga got the whole force on him. It was more of a he just didn't want to pull over probably because he was like, should I run?
Say what it is
run?
because they gonna charge that nigga.
Fuck it, I'm gonna just run.
They definitely gonna make that nigga either plead guilty to or
Oh,
charge
he's
that
pleading
nigga
guilty
with
to something.
evasion of the police. That's why I say it was a car chase involved. That's why I say it like that.
Can we time out for a second? The last, I want to say for sure the last year, I've seen this man's name for nothing in the news except accolades of being as good a rapper as he is.
He can rap. He
And
makes
could
good
be.
music. He makes good music.
And getting arrested and going to jail and getting out of jail.
He the anti Tekashi, yo.
That nigga's anti himself.
He's
at this
the
point.
anti. You know how like Tekashi was so
Dumb.
fake trying
What
to
are
play
you
something
doing?
real. You know what I'm saying? And then when it
Yeah,
got exposed,
that nigga is that.
Yeah, he's
and
real
it's
for real.
Like you fucking it up, bro. Stop.
Like,
Chill.
dog,
Relax.
Like you have the star power. That's what I'm saying. Like, all right, you already done fucked up your possibility of getting bail. And you are
They gonna fuck around and give that boy 25
talent.
years and he gonna be able to do shit about it.
They gonna try
I
and
feel
get
like
at
they
the
didn't
nigga
let
to
him
murder, bro.
No, it's gonna be worse
At
than that.
least
I
more.
feel like they didn't let him every time it's guns and drugs, violation, guns and drugs, violation. He ran, guns and drugs. He beat a bitch, guns and drugs. He fucking punched the nigga in the face in the store and ran out laughing. Put it on Instagram, guns and drugs. Nigga, it's the whole shit.
Yeah, it's too many guns and too many drugs.
Like it's always.
Yeah.
Like I said, I feel like
I was rooting for the young. I'm still rooting for the young nigga.
I'm not wishing this on him at all.
It's
I'm not
just
saying I hope
fucked
this
up,
happens.
yo.
I'm just saying,
Yeah, we don't wish jail on nobody. That's fucked up.
especially not no hard time. But
Not unless you Tekashi. I hope he get butt raped in there. and
put
we
it
go
like
back.
I guess this is what I'm saying. It's amazing he's been as outside of being able to afford the bail. It's amazing he's been as free as he's been.
Well, he's been
This
like,
nigga probably got at least
wasn't
a
he on-
dozen cases.
Wasn't
in a
he
dozen
currently on
states.
paperwork when
Yes,
he got put
he
when he
went-
flicked up for the
he's
John?
been on paperwork since we know him.
All right then, nigga. Like you didn't have no room to fuck up.
Right. It's amazing he's had the freedom he's had. I'm not like no super NBA Youngboy fan. I just love seeing real niggas do real things. And when I see that,
If you broke, run.
You
If you
know,
not
nigga,
broke, stop, nigga, and
Like
stop.
the same
Win,
way
lose, or
you
draw,
posted-
you'll be okay.
the same way he just posted $75,000 bill a couple weeks ago, whatever he was about to go to jail for that night he ran, I'm sure he had the money to post it that night too. But what did you do?
This was a federal drawing though.
And granted, yeah, still, you had the money for the bill. But granted,
This is a
I
federal
feel like just because of the type of nigga we
you
talking
take this shit to
about,
trial, it's gonna cost way more money than
You're right.
it would be with a state case or a city case, bro.
but you got it. Now, it might break you, but you got it. And at this point, if you gotta fucking fight 30 years, you might have to do that anyway.
I'm about to say you gonna have to do that just to like get time knocked down because I feel like regardless, they gonna try and send my man into the bank for a minute.
Nigga.
And it's fucked up because it's like, nigga, I'm rooting for the young nigga, you feel me? Like I've been rooting for him the entire way, but I'm like in my head, I'm just like, nigga, you just gotta stop wilding, just dial it down just a little bit so your star power can get recognized, nigga, and you can get a little bit more power.
Recognized, it's been recognized. He already got it.
Yeah.
Like for the kids, he is that for the kid. Like he is what Lil Wayne was to us, to the kids that are that age now.
I can see that. But
No, he is that.
I can see it. But what I'm saying is like his trajectory, he just needed that one crossover joint. And I feel like it was coming. And now it's gonna be hard to come through on that if you can't get out of jail and if you have to sit down in a bank for a minute.
That's what I'm saying. If you gotta fight the
Especially.
federal case anyway, why would you run? And this brings me to my theory. We know the type of nigga we talking about. I feel like, and you could call this shooting him bail. I feel like
Shoot him some bail, damn it.
I'm not trying to because it was stupid to run like that. I'm really not trying to shoot him bail for this situation. But
I want to so
I'm-
bad, but I can't. But
I'm
go ahead.
assuming This is the only way. If there's bail to be shot, this is the only way I can shoot it to you. What drugs were you on, my nigga? Because you had to be high as shit to be like, fuck it, and just dip. And then get caught, what, not even a mile down the road, bro?
But he had 2 burners in the car. One of them shits didn't have.
You are, nigga, right.
One of them,
you was going to go to jail anyway,
but
dog.
here's my thing, though. This is when
Unless you took
when
off
the
in
details
that car
of the
and
shit
got away, you was going to jail anyway.
When the details of the shit came out, I was just like, it was just, nigga, they gonna try and get you for the all. Because it was like, all right, the warrants and shit already, that was a federal charges from, you know what I'm saying, from the feds. That was the 1. You ran, it was the 2. Then it was the 3, the fact that there was 2 pistols in that bitch. And one of them bitches didn't have a fucking serial number on that bitch. So that was a dirty bitch.
When I had read this story, they had said that they had found 2 pistols, but they didn't know who they belonged to at the time. But that was a few days
One of
ago,
them was a dirty bitch. So
who knows what's on that?
Let's hope nothing. I'm saying, like, for Youngboy. This is not Daniel Hernandez I'm talking about. This is NBA Youngboy. Oh, I didn't see that. Look, Nick.
For those of you that didn't hear, George said NBA Youngboy had a fan that sent a video to the feds saying it was his gun.
That's real nigga fandom.
Like I said,
and if one of us get locked up for gun charges, more than likely it would probably be me than him. I hope you would do the same thing.
Huh? What'd you just say?
I said if one of us got locked up for gun charges, it'd probably be more me than you.
You carry legal guns.
Yeah, but I'm nigga.
Well, the few guns I've carried have been legal.
I would say I'm nigga.
Yeah,
you know how that. You know how that can turn out.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
I'm glad you finally admitted to being more niggerish than me, so we can clear this up for the people.
Oh no, you were cool, dog. You already switched sides. It's cool. We traded you off in the draft, nigga. We sent you on waivers, nigga. Like it was all right though. It was okay. It was okay though. It's all right.
You know that leads me. I guess that's a great segue actually into the next thing, because I heard, which I guess this was behind the scenes. I didn't know that this was a real thing.
Is it?
That they call the one and only Joe Budden Republican Joe and all of that shit. Right?
I thought, what happened to Republican Mall? I haven't listened to an episode in like 2 or 3 months.
I mean, I listen sporadically myself, but
I've been on a Drink Champs kick. But
word on the street is, you know, there's a blockage in the pipeline. What I mean by that is
there actually is one, like in the pipeline, like a trade line and shit on the planet too. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
hope they get that.
If we're gonna be, yeah,
they're
digging like what, bunch of sand out for like a 700-ton ship. Shit is costing them like $400 million an hour. Yeah, look it up. Anyway,
shit's fucked up.
Anyway, yeah, the Joe Budden shit was I guess Roy and Maul haven't been on an episode for the last 2 episodes.
I heard one got canceled. Like one was supposed to happen, one got canceled, and then they haven't been showing up. Cause it's just been Parks and Joe. Excuse me, audience.
What I've seen from the tiny bit of research I've done is that Joe has for those of you that watch Joe Budden, has enlisted another one of his friends, Ice, and Savon, the guy is in the background for the first episode they missed. I don't know if there was a canceled episode in between that or not. But for the first episode they missed, he got Ice and Savon. And then the second one...
They had mics?
Yeah.
On camera?
Like sitting in their spots.
You would never.
Wait. Let me, because I ended up feeling a way about it myself. Because because we podcast, I envisioned us in this situation. And I think to some degree we kind of did have, for those of you longtime listeners, I think we did to some degree have a similar tension, but it wasn't the same. Because you know how Joe talk. But anyway, I'll get to that. So anyway, make a long story short,
Joe just podcast Boosie, nigga. You just don't like that nigga.
Make a long story short, there's been the last 2 episodes have been void of Rory and Maul, and the just past episode that just came out because Joe has not stopped putting out the show.
No,
Like I said, he's gotten 2 other friends and
Puff Daddy with the pod can't stop, won't stop.
Wait, he's done that and then tried to explain in the latest episode that the quote unquote beef that's not beef is the fact that I guess he felt like, and I guess everybody there felt like, and they knew the fans felt like, which is true because I saw the Reddit threads.
See, y'all some Reddit ass niggas.
But I saw it, and it's true that, motherfuckers think the last couple, go to George, the motherfuckers think that the last couple, weeks of the pod ain't really been.
Last couple months, nigga. Pretty much since quarantine.
Oh, yeah, I guess, really the last couple months of the pod ain't really been, you know what I mean?
There's been some gems in there, here and there.
Ain't been, as dope as it used to be, basically, is the sentiment. And I guess there's feelings and tension amongst them. So I guess Joe, from what Joe said, he hit Rory, I guess, before they potted one day and said, hey, how about you take a couple episodes off, fam? Get your mind right. Because Joe said he listened back to a few episodes. He said he's listened, he listened to like at least half of an episode, every episode, and says that, he just felt like there was a tension there because, Rory would say a little slick shit. And I guess it got to the point where Rory said one time that, well, nigga, what if we not friends? And, Joe was like, wait, what? And nigga, no, we're friends. What are you talking about? Mm-hmm. So he told the nigga to take a couple episodes off. And Maul hit him and said, who the fuck do you think you are telling this nigga to take a couple episodes off? Who do you think you are that you can tell him that? This is what we do. And you know how I feel about it because this is Maul. You know how I feel about it because I ain't got to do it. And let's be honest, this shit wasn't that fly before I got there.
That's true. It really wasn't that great with Marissa. Nothing against ladies, but it was.
Or Rory.
Yeah.
But
it really wasn't that great before.
Anyway, that's the lore. And like I said, it just made me think about a lot of things because Joe was trying. It was a very, like, the first hour, I watched only that part. It was like the first hour and a half of a 2.5 hour episode. The first hour, but this is what got me. Mm-hmm. First hour and a half of this episode was him explaining the situation and talking about business and going through his feelings and, being, explaining and venting. Mm-hmm. Which, if I'm Roy or Maul, from what I heard, I don't know how they are personally, but I would have maybe taken a certain way if I wasn't on here. Even though we don't have the same dynamic with them as 4 people, you can maybe change that up a little bit easier. This doesn't work. This isn't this without both of us. So it's kind of hard to just like be like, hey, I'm just going to replace him, or hey, he's just going to replace me. It's going to feel away to y'all.
Yeah, I think in that dynamic, with even a problem being on board, I don't think it's healthy to not, or to try to replace somebody within that and try and give somebody time off.
I think
that's an overstep for sure.
That's the point I'm getting to, though. I think if it gets to that point like we did when we hit a wall and what we saw was beneficial for what we're doing in a very business sense, not even like on no friend shit, just on a very business shit sense, and just on some motherfucking personal shit because niggas was pushing shit on my side because I was the one in the wrong. You just go dark. You don't keep doing the show. The fact you kept doing, you did, and then granted, you see the fall off, nigga. The episode after the episode directly after the last episode with Rory and Maul on it dropped 100,000. Been out 6 days. Episode after that dropped 100,000. Episode after that over 200,000 drop off. Ooh. So I know Joe looking at them numbers like, yo. And he just got done talking about some, well, we're going to keep it around. Parks is there, and he's giving context to the situation a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just one of them things where I'm like, I think this is one of them times you should just stop doing the show. Because the friendship is that deep, and it is bigger than the podcast. Because that's kind of similar to how we felt.
Yeah,
it's
but
like,
I don't. I think
we love y'all, but we love each other a little bit more.
Yeah, and then even though it was a premature idea to try and still continue it with the wall that we ran into, we didn't continue and even attempt to do that for real. It just like
that's where I go into
it was like jump
thing.
ship. But the thing with with Rory and Maul and Parks and Joe and shit, where I don't like, just from what I know and what I've seen. Just a little clip where I just saw Parks.
Because this looked like a little bit of tension, right?
I just saw Parks and Joe on the last clip that I seen, which was only like a 10-minute clip. I'm guessing it's from the most recent episode.
When did you see the clip?
Yesterday.
So probably. Did you see Parks' hands? Like when he was talking, was it like?
Yeah,
that's the most recent.
All right, so I saw that like a little 16-minute clip where it was like an explanation, but my wife kept walking in and out, so I couldn't really pay attention.
Oh, okay. So you got some context.
I got some context to it. But what I didn't like was you're trying to explain your side of the story without them there.
Yeah.
So now it's like
they probably sitting back like, nigga, what?
Right.
What are you? Even if they're not, why would you do that?
Yeah, because it's like, even if you're like, for example, with me and you,
and that's your friends, that's your friends, but
yeah, with me and you, it's a little bit, I want to say it's easier, but it's like
the dynamic is definitely different.
It's different because it's like it's me and you. I can a little bit go into your dynamic and know where your head is, and you vice versa, because it's just me and you doing this.
Right.
If it's two other people and shit, especially like, nigga, don't speak for me and speak for him and try and speak your piece on top of that. Like, don't do that. I'm not saying he's at fault with that completely, because I didn't listen to the whole thing. I'm not gonna say that I have.
But
I did not like that shit.
He did keep saying though, it wasn't, bigger than it seemed, I guess, and that the thing that it was. Which was like, okay, you could say that, but then you turn around and say, okay, well, the conversation between you and Maul didn't go good, but then you message them. The conversation between you and Maul didn't go good, but then you message them, before the podcast. Jorge, you messaged him before the podcast and said, nice catch, and said, nigga, at the end of the day, even if you never come back to this podcast, we still got to be friends, or we still got to talk to each other at least.
Mm-hmm.
So. And I guess he said Maul agreed or whatever. That's true, because they're
sometimes you don't agree all the time on a business level.
Yeah,
but it doesn't mean you can't be homies.
At the end of the day, they're two men speaking good of them. They're two men of a certain type of principle, I guess. They walk with a certain type of morals, similar to us. We, only let certain shit go so far before we go, hold up. Man, we ain't really got to do
truth.
Yeah, we can do this another way.
I'm going to say we grown. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody don't do that, and that's understood. But at the same time, because it don't always work out. At the same time, like I said, me personally, and like you just said, I guess, it's kind of weird when it seems like, and Ice was saying the whole time while he was on the couch, yo, I'm not taking y'all spot, yada, yada, yada. But Joe is saying all of this sitting in Rory's seat, while Ice is sitting in his seat. And the week before that, Ice was in Maul's seat, Joe was in his seat, and Savon was in Rory's seat. So just off that initial image, after
I understand the show must go on, but
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That initial image, that first initial thing where it's Savon and Rory's spot, Ice and Maul's spot, and then you and your spot. And the last episode was the thing we've known for 400 and however many episodes. It doesn't matter what Ice is saying. And I guess they both, Ice and Savon said they both caught flack on Twitter for it. But, I mean, what do you think people are going to expect off? Like I said, when it's your friends and it's that close, it is, and for him, it's different than what we talking about, because this isn't a multi-million-dollar business. We're still growing ours. But his is. So it's not as easy to just go dark.
But
you got 2 other shows, my nigga. You can. I feel like you can lean on Karen Civil a little bit. I feel like you can do something else. You can do your solo shows where you're doing these interviews.
That's my gig. I think as Joe Budden's podcast has taken different avenues as far as where it's been.
I don't know if this is a good one. Unless they're forced to.
No, I'm saying is where it's been posted. What deals they got as far as like distribution or whatever the fuck sponsorships. As the time has gone on, I don't think, and this is where I'm gonna give Joe Budden a little bit of bail, and why I understand why, like even for me, because now I'm thinking about it, like why the fuck?
Well, both of you niggas named Joe, so y'all gonna understand each other on some level.
No, but yeah, truth. But it has been no taking it to the next level.
What level do you go to after you already hit the top? That's something else he talked about. He's like, nigga, we're the niggas with the best when it comes to this podcast shit. He said that shit. You tell me how you feel about that just off when we on such a serious thing.
I'm podcast puffy, nigga.
Homeboy said, we got the best dope on the block.
Ha!
I built this with y'all blood, sweat, and tears talking about Rory and Maul. So I would never shit on y'all, yada, yada, yada. But it's like, so yeah, what do you do when you are, let's say, for sure, if not the top podcaster, because we already know whose spot that is, word to Rogan, but top black podcaster for sure. Yeah. There's nobody doing no more numbers as black than Joe Budden. But guess who took a 200,000 fucking hit?
Something's wrong with that. Something's definitely wrong with that.
I think you should just kill it for a couple weeks.
If
you gotta come back, come back. But I already think the last 2 weeks was a bad move.
I don't think that.
You got 2 other shows cranking out. And we was trying to do a real network thing. You listen to the Joe Budden
podcast and you listen to our podcast. I'm gonna say this: ease up on them niggas. If they decide to say like yo,
Joe said, let them niggas breathe.
Yeah, like if you want to take it, like if they want
a real fan.
Yeah, if they want to take a minute, let them niggas breathe. Don't be around these niggas after 2-3 weeks. Like yo, so what's up? Like let it breathe and let some shit settle. Cause like these conversations when it comes down to podcasters and hosting shit together and shit, the real work get done on how this shit happens. Y'all don't see it ever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, unless you pay for the Patreon.
No, nigga.
I mean, even then, you don't see that part that you're talking about.
I refuse to fucking be Ebro, bruh. I refuse to be Ebro.
Ebro. How did he get what?
Because he allowed cameras in that reality show to tape that shit at. Remember the reality show at Hot 97? Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that? I would never.
I mean, that was bad for everybody involved, though.
But still, regardless,
except Angie.
It was bad for Angie too. She said
no. I mean, bad for her. Probably filming it, but like overall, probably. But like overall, like her iconicness. No, it didn't damage that at all.
No, I mean,
so like you don't look at Angie Martinez different. You look at everybody else different from that.
Aunt Angie is Aunt Angie to everybody who loves hip hop.
Right.
Like,
so you know everybody else in that show
that's solidified, nigga.
Taking a hit. Nah, her. You can't.
Like Uncle Snoop is Uncle Snoop forever, nigga.
You can't make Angie take a hint or take a hit, nigga.
You can't do that. It's an Angie L. It's not like a J L is not a regular nigga's L. But you know Jay takes L's from time to time.
You see that Drake? This is completely off topic, but speaking of dope niggas taking L's, you see Drake said what his L's in life were on one of his Instagram posts where what he had to realize and just understand because he got sad when it happened, but then he had to realize that because his life is his life, that these are just the L's he's gonna take.
So he's been listening to a lot of Freddie Gibbs lately, I'm sure. That sounds like Freddie Gibbs music. Maybe. But yeah, okay.
But I guess the L's. Anyway, the nigga dropped a Jolly Rancher on the floor of his Rolls Royce and got sad. Anyway. That's what he said. It's on his Instagram. Look it up. Nigga.
Word, no, that is. Wait.
Made
wait,
a whole
wait,
3-page story about dropping a Jolly Rancher on the floor of his Rolls Royce and was just like, damn.
wait.
Hot, damn.
Wait.
Shout out to Champagne
What
Poppy.
flavor Jolly Rancher was it?
I think he said he was reaching for the red and realized like it was the one that fell on the floor he was reaching for a red. And he thought the one that fell on the floor was the last red one, but then he finally picked it up and realized it was a watermelon one. And then reached back in the bag.
That's the one that go in the
red
lean.
one. I don't know what he was looking for Jolly Ranchers for.
No, I'm just saying the watermelon ones go in the lean.
I mean, all of them go in the lean, technically.
Man, but the watermelon was something different. But anyway, I'll let you continue.
True. But I mean, that's all. That's what he was saying. Well, it was just like,
Where that rank on his L's?
Hmm?
Where that rank on his L's in life?
I think it was pretty high at the moment when he posted it.
Damn.
Because he was like, he posted like, I'm like, he said like, I don't take, a lot of losses. And I understand that. I've been blessed in life. I've been blessed to not take a lot of losses. But at the same time, when this just happened to me, I was like, damn.
Oh.
And then I picked it up and I was like, oh. But, in the moment, I felt it. Like, y'all got to just read the post, man. Anyway, back to what we was talking about.
Oh, shit. Man, that album going to be way more fire than the album you never going to drop. But.
Probably not.
But. We were talking about Joe Budden, right?
Yeah, back to the serious shit. Yeah, we were saying
I just think
it was just that he should go dark on it just for a couple weeks.
Just for a minute. Get
But
that
then,
shit back right.
Like I said,
Because
how do you
the
shut
friendship
down
really
the main...
is more important than I actually like. I'm gonna keep it a bean, and it's gonna sound fucked up for listeners, but if you really doing this shit with somebody who's your friend, the friendship is more important than you.
But time out, because, and this is not obviously our situation, but speaking of that situation that we're speaking of, let's say Maul Joe said he talked to Maul before the podcast, so I'm assuming Maul knows and is somewhat okay with Joe doing what he's doing, which is probably why he's going to keep doing it, so I can probably maybe assume the same for Rory.
However,
maybe it
Maul
doesn't
make
bother
money,
them that he's going to keep going on it, but maybe it is just a break because Joe spent a lot of time trying to say, hey, look, I'm not trying to scare y'all, but I'm just saying niggas need a break. So just give my guys a break. Just give them a break for a minute. And like we said, because we've been through a similar situation, just give them a break.
Yeah,
we took a whole year off because I couldn't fucking stop being an asshole. To be short.
Goddamn Tito.
No, that was Seagram's.
God.
No, that night
That
was
was
Tito's.
Tito's.
That
It was
night
Tito's.
was Tito's. Yeah,
Tito's.
that was Tito's. Yeah.
No more Tito.
I'm drinking that right now, ironically.
Stop drinking Tito.
But I was like
life all
deep that night. Anyway,
Oh,
still
God, Jesus.
moving on.
What we got?
Long live great podcasters, huh?
I think we should get into what was it, your political shit, and then we can let that bitch breathe, and we can get the fuck out of here. Not unless you do have do you have a guess what race it is saved or queued or no?
Oh, I can always find one if I don't have it, baby.
Don't call me baby. That's strange.
Why would you take it like that?
Cause you said it, nigga, and it came out your mouth. So
we are doing a show, sir.
This
Control
is not,
yourself.
This is not the 70s.
I don't want to wet your butthole.
You're disgusting. And unless you develop some type of heroin habit like overnight and shit, yeah, don't call me baby. That's just weird.
Right. So if I do develop that's worse than what the fuck I just said. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, heroin ain't.
So if I do develop a heroin addiction, I can call you baby?
Let me get $10, baby. And it's like, all right, just understand, but you on heroin. You know what I'm saying? You're a drug zombie. What you want? Like, it's like, all right, I understand. It's like, your head ain't right, nigga.
I'm gonna let y'all play with that one and y'all decide.
Anybody?
Oh, okay, do a Florida man.
Matter of fact, We need to give you more jobs to do. Like, you need to be Googling the Florida man ship and just have it pop up on the screen and shit, so we can evolve and take it to the next level.
Jorge isn't as intertwined with the dark corners of the internet as I am.
Nigga, I'm right here. I'm looking right at the shit. This ain't no signal. Nothing happening right now, though.
No one can hear you, George. You need a microphone.
I'm listening to George right now, and everyone enjoys when I yell at George.
Somewhat.
Look, fam, it's hot. Like, I'm giving a step-by-step how to keep your employees in check so you can have a successful business.
Jesus Christ.
Step by step.
Dog, what the
First
fuck?
step, don't pay them. It's like, nah. That's what the Republicans think. Don't you agree?
No.
You said what?
I put my elbow on your face the whole episode.
Why? I don't. I about to say, why? I don't rap. He do. You should put it over his, nigga. He ain't dropping no album.
I ain't been hoeing the nigga the last 5 minutes.
I got another 15 in me. But like,
Nigga said I'm doing sets out this bitch.
nigga, you know what I mean? You're like, come from the cloth of T.K. Kirkland, one of the greats.
No, we ain't even at an hour yet.
Are we not?
No. We only at
Jesus.
45 minutes.
Oh, great.
Y'all
Like,
gonna get a great one this week.
oh, my God.
And I do have some guess what race it is, baby.
Oh,
And yes, I said baby again.
he does heroin now. Where's your spoon at, you fiend?
It's for my cheeseburgers, bitch.
Give
Where
him
the
some money
milk
for some
at?
cheeseburgers.
Nigga, where your mom's at?
Yeah, them black spoons. Where? Check the silverware.
Hey,
George.
the spoons only turn black when you smoke off of them.
That's not facts.
No, that is facts, actually.
That's not facts.
That's facts.
It's not facts.
It's facts, sir.
No, it's not.
It is, sir.
It is not.
It is a factoid.
It is not. Shoot enough dog food. Your shit gonna look different.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably
Yeah.
right.
So what the
You
fuck
probably
you
right.
mean?
You probably right.
Well, shit, my uncle's spoon look crazy than a motherfucker. That shit was Jaimin Hansu black. Like, you know, that's mega black. Like, that's midnight in South Africa in the fucking jungle black.
That's fucked up, sir.
Hey, man.
That's really fucked up.
See, when you got a novelty spoon, nigga, you don't throw that bitch out. The struggle real.
I'm gonna give you that, but at the same time,
One of these days, I'm gonna do a documentary about heroin addicts.
I do not think you should waste your money on that.
No.
All you gonna get is pictures of a bunch or video of a bunch of niggas leaning and crying about why their life went wrong when they was 12
It's gonna be a hood classic.
or 22, nigga.
It's gonna be the killer
Stop it.
season of docs for the hood, nigga.
The hood don't need that. The hood don't need that. We don't.
That's what you do.
No, we don't.
That's what you do.
No, we. Let me, as a nigga that don't live in the hood no more, but from the hood, speak for the hood and say, no, we don't. Nigga, you don't live in the hood either. Shut up.
Look,
You live in
fam.
the country. You worse than me.
Who, me?
And I'm the Republican. Huh?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Nigga, I'm more city than you. I don't be running from it. I go to it. On
Which I don't run
purpose.
from it. I have warrants out for my arrest. That's why I can't drive to get to it the way I need to.
So you flock to the white people who are trying to arrest you?
No, I hide amongst the Indians because they look black too.
Oh, they don't.
From a distance.
Oh, they don't.
Yes, they do.
You were around the turban Indians.
No, I don't.
Yeah, he's been
No, I don't.
I've seen a couple turbans.
Yeah, there's a couple for
Yeah,
sure.
a couple
But
turbans.
out of fucking what? Let's say where I live at, there's probably, I don't know, 2,000 people. That's a lot.
That's a
Let's
lot of
say
people.
1,000 people. Out of the 1,000 people, I'd imagine 700 of them are Indian.
Why haven't you?
200 of them are white. The other 100 are black and or Asian
What I want to know is this.
and or Mexican.
How
some kind of
and
Hispanic.
why in the fuck have you not applied yourself and learned how to speak Arabic or whatever Indians speak? I don't know if
Because
it's Arabic.
the couple times I had women that were interested in me enough to teach me that sort of things. Their fathers did not let that happen.
Because you got to
I
be a
would
Muslim.
fuck up the bloodline.
You got to be a Muslim, so you got to give up pork.
It ain't happening. I like bacon. And your mom's too much.
Leave my mother out of it.
I ain't talking about your Baba.
But nigga, you be
Nonetheless.
eating, you be eating fish and shit, nigga. You can give up pork for fish.
No. I need both. I'm greedy. I need both.
See,
I'm a greedy nigga. I need both. I
see.
like bacon, sausage links, all of that shit, right? I like motherfucking steaks and motherfucking pulled pork and all of that shit, right? And I also like, a little bit of tilapia, a little bit of orange roughy, a little bit of soft shell crab, as you know. A little bit of motherfucking scrimps from time to time. Maybe, of course, a lobster tail or two. You know how we do. Old school TN2M, lobster tail parties with cocaine, lean, baby. You know what it is.
The monster mountain of cocaine.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be an epic.
On the yacht. It's rented. And a bitch might die. But we gonna do it.
I've been rethinking the yacht.
I've been rethinking people maybe dying. We should get a lot of security to avoid that.
We're thinking the yacht because international waters and shit, that's a whole different level of crime.
And a bit too obvious.
Yeah.
Yacht's pretty big.
Pretty big, too.
Yeah. Maybe not the yacht. But
maybe not a yacht. Damn, on land is
very
fucked up,
exclusive cocaine and lobster party. Nonetheless.
It's hard out here, nigga. You can't even do your fucking vice crimes. Like, nigga.
But why is Joe Budden why is Joe Biden falling asleep when he's talking?
He tired, nigga.
I know the Trumpers call them. I know the MAGA. I said Trumpers. I know the MAGA people call them Sleepy Joe, but this nigga really sleepy. Like,
this nigga. Look.
How would I know if he was doing that?
Look,
why would that have been the news?
Fam, look, fam. On some all real, nigga. On some all real. Joe Budden. Joe Budden. Joe
See,
Biden.
you just did it. You just did what I did.
I did.
See, it's hard. That was one of my favorite memes after Joe
Battle
Biden
of
won.
the Joes.
Time out. That was one of my favorite memes after Joe Biden won. It was a picture of Joe Budden. With,
when he
won.
won.
With his arms full, talking about Joe Biden wins the presidency. But it was a picture of Joe Budden. It was hilarious.
But
anyway.
Joe Budden. Damn it. Joe Biden has slayed the orange beast. He tired. Look,
Orange Beast kind of slayed himself.
he didn't slay the orange beast by himself. Thanks to Kamala Harris and a slew of other women and
played a big role.
and-
Stacey Abrams,
and
who I know is
minorities
red
within
hot.
politics and shit.
Yes, sir.
They slayed the orange beast
Yeah,
and the white monkeys that followed him.
yeah.
They tired, goddamn it! It is motherfucking March.
Yeah.
Give a nigga a nap.
My man said,
Give a nigga a nap.
"Oh wait, no, I should just go to the clip."
Give Joseph a nap.
I'm gonna just
That's
go to
all
the
I'm
clip.
saying. My man's like what,
The clip
82?
doesn't waste so much.
My man's 82 right now.
Wait, in 4, yeah.
Like
in
he
4 years to be 86.
he old as fuck. Yes, he needs a fucking nap.
Probably, maybe a little bit.
Bernie Sanders would
But
need a nap too.
I
And he
didn't-
runs off weed and energy drinks. I'm sure of it.
I always thought it was weird though.
And
Just to
black
run it
pussy.
back, I always thought it was weird when Trump's people would say he's Sleepy Joe, and Trump was calling him Sleepy. I'm like, what are y'all talking about?
He
Yada,
need
yada, yada.
a nap.
I didn't know that they were kind of right about the fact that they keeping that nigga in the basement, because it seemed like every time they let him talk more than 10 minutes at a time, 20 minutes at a time, some weird shit happens.
Cause he tired. Look, my nigga.
And I'm not saying I got
look,
nothing against it. I know he's an
look,
old white man, but
look,
I'm just saying, like,
look, fam,
Joe, wake
This
up.
nigga 82 years
Get a
old.
cup of
fam.
coffee, nigga.
This nigga 82 years old. I'm
I
gonna
know
tell
you're doing your
it like
job,
this.
but come on.
The State of the Union addresses
I
need
wanna
to be
believe
from
y'all.
now on at 3 o'clock. They can't be at 9 o'clock at night no more. You know why? Because at 9 o'clock he need to be brushing his teeth and going to sleep from preparing
my
for the
God.
next day.
Oh my God. Stop it. He's the president of the United States. Do not disrespect that man like that.
Yeah, so if he needs to be awakened for any importances, he should be awakened. But until then, my man's who happens to be 82 and who I
Damn.
voted for need a motherfucking power nap. Jesus.
Relax. Relax, bro.
Jesus.
Where is it?
Niggas
Oh my
mad,
God.
niggas tired though. Nigga work hard.
It was the New York Post, wasn't it?
Imagine if he had the time to actually fit in an affair in there too,
there you
nigga.
go.
He would pass out on his feet.
This is check me out. I'm about to play this right now into the microphone, and I want y'all to know, as friends of the podcast, friends of my life, and friends of everything that we know and love, that we walk amongst this ground called the United States, I want you to know how fucking hilarious I find this. And I hope you do too.
Ezekiel, don't do it.
What?
So the best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway, we're going to get a lot done. And if we have to,
Look, fam. Look, yeah.
Anyway,
You know,
we're gonna get a lot done.
look, fam. That's the quote of I'm tired as fuck. Why y'all got me up here late as hell?
He went for the metaphor and was like, you know what I mean? Fuck it. You get what I'm saying. Anyway, we're gonna get a lot done.
He
niggas.
yelled
Fuck
at
you.
4 motherfuckers before he went in there and was like, "You motherfuckers won't get enough for asking me to do shit when the sun is down.
Oh my God.
Y'all niggas gonna get enough." He did. He need a cane now, probably, and it's okay.
And I know he's not falling asleep when he's talking. Of course, I'm being funny when I say
Look,
that.
nigga,
But
he was like, "It is way past my bedtime. Why the fuck am I
It's
going to
just
take
funny.
3 minutes to do this whole metaphor?" Look, my nigga, we getting shit done. What you want to know? We getting shit done. What type of shit? It's called everything, nigga.
I'm not saying he's oblivious. I'm just saying I think they need to. I think at certain points through the day, they remind him what he needs to do. I'm not saying
Which
he
is
needs
nap,
help
nigga.
throughout the whole day. Right. I'm not saying he needs help throughout the whole day. I'm just saying when you're 82 and you're president of the United
Give
States,
my man's
you
some
just
nap
got
time.
done. Let's be honest, y'all. He been in Delaware dropping dick off in jail for the last 4 years. He ain't been paying this shit no attention, or last 8 years. He ain't been paying this shit no attention since he left the office.
You said dropping dick off in Delaware?
No, I said he. I said he been in Delaware, dropping dick off in jail. His wife, the first lady of the United States,
That shit
for the
sounds
last
you said
fucking.
like dropping dick off in jail. I'm like, what the fuck? Right, I'm like, whoa,
What
whoa.
does that mean?
Like, look, fam.
What does that mean?
Look,
I said Joe Biden, since he's left office with Barack Obama, has been in Delaware dropping that thing, and the first lady now of the United States of America probably on a schedule, and now they both a little out of their element.
you should have just said it like that the first time. and
I
shit.
didn't know you niggas was gonna critique it that damn way. God
I mean,
dang.
it just sounded kind of. It sounded like, you know how you Republicans get when it, you know what I'm saying, there's a whole sexual ring under a pizzeria in D.C. and it's all the Democrats and Hillary Clinton's fault. You remember that? That was one of your falsified lies of you Republicans.
One of my falsified lies?
Who dung like that?
Me.
Stop dinging, nigga.
Yeah.
Oh.
People are anyway. Yeah.
But yeah, like for a second, I'm like, wait, that sounds
I am
crazy.
not a part of that fucking cult.
Do you
we'll leave
believe
it
that
there.
the storm on Capitol Hill was Antifa?
No. Do I believe it was Antifa? I believe that there were good people on both sides.
No, there wasn't. That's an All Lives Matter shit. Ezekielite.
That's all I'm saying.
But yeah, just give
yeah,
Joe a break. Just give him a nap.
Maybe he needed
Give him like a 1.5 hour nap a day where he just where he can rest. If you go ask this nigga to be doing State of the Unions and shit until fucking 11 o'clock at night, and then shake hands.
You know he need a nap at like 6.
Damn.
I'm just saying if I get up at, you gotta think Joe probably get up at like 5, 6 a.m. More than like he an old man too, so you know they wake up early. So maybe somewhere between 4 and 6, Joe Biden wakes up just naturally every day.
He'd be super grinding probably around like 8. You know what I mean?
And he the type of nigga, he gonna get right to it. He get up, get his shit on, get his suit right, come out motherfucking room.
His name
Yo,
is
what
Joe,
we
you
doing
know what I
today?
mean? You gotta
What's
be
on the
dapper when
agenda?
you go
We
about
good?
this bitch.
And then, nigga be about probably maybe an hour into the day and be like, ah, dang, who got some coffee? It's kind of rough in this bitch. But then at the same time, I
Real
feel
shit, 'cause
like
you know a doctor ain't telling him to go out and drink no Renaz's or Red Bulls. That kill a man
yeah.
of his age. And be like, nah, nigga, coffee is as far as you go.
I just feel like Joe is waking up and attempting to get the job done, unlike his predecessor.
Well, you can't run out of energy when you're running off of motherfucking McDonald's cheeseburgers.
That is a hard point to argue, sir. That is a hard point.
McDonald's send the bag once because we gonna lose it after that. I'm gonna keep it a
If they ain't giving it. If they took that 2 M's away from Tom and Christina, they ain't giving us shit. They ain't giving us a fucking thing, nigga.
I about to say, no, we can get through maybe 2 episodes.
Fam, it don't matter how much
2,
we.
maybe?
They thought they could. Don't matter how much we loving it. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Anyway. Hey, if you want to though, maybe they've changed the culture. Maybe y'all can deal with real shit now in the real world and reality and raw shit. But if that's the case, give Tim and Crystal that fucking $2 million back, and then give us maybe.
No, I doubt.
$1 million.
No, I completely disagree with my co-host. If I'm McDonald's and I'm McDonald's,
I'm just saying,
I
if
want
they
my
ain't
money
gonna deal
back
with Tim
too,
and Crystal,
nigga. I
they ain't
seen
gonna
that
deal with us.
episode. Like, ugh.
I'm just saying.
I watched the
George
show.
know. George know.
George
if
is
they
a
ain't gonna
fan.
deal with them, they ain't gonna deal with us. McDonald's, my nigga? Okay, Disney, send the bag.
Oh no, that's done. That's cooked, nigga. That's cooked.
Stop it.
Oh, nigga, I'm already like to get the Disney bag. I gotta separate myself from you and reinvent myself for 10 years. Like no contact.
Nah, to get the Disney bag, what Disney owns. Yeah.
Everything.
To get the Disney bag, all I gotta do, we can keep doing the podcast.
Oh no, it wouldn't survive. It'd be like
It
water.
would.
It would.
I'll tell you why.
Ugh.
Tell you why.
Could you do a PG-13 rated TN2M podcast? Ugh. That shit.
I mean,
gross,
you could
nigga.
put a bunch of censors in, but
Ugh.
it would be like an hour worth of bleeps.
Oh my god.
Yeah. They would pretty much just pay us to not do the show anymore.
Yeah.
They just be like, look, we know you guys really love this and everything, but here's like $20 million. And is $20 million enough to stop doing this? Like if they paid us to not do it anymore because they wanted us to do other things.
No, I have an integrity to what we've created.
Huh?
We always got Twitch.
Yeah. But we all know it's only a matter of time until Disney eventually buys that too.
I wonder if the dude that got Twitch.
Oh no.
that's like the CEO
Amazon
of
owns
Twitch.
it.
I wonder if
Amazon
that nigga got a
owns it, so
verified
we're fine.
house.
Huh?
I wonder if the CEO of Twitch got a verified house. Should look into that.
I don't think so. I don't even know who the CEO of Twitch is.
Maybe he has a.
I have completely ignored Twitch the last.
Maybe he has a blue
decade.
check on his door. We never know. Maybe he has a dog with a $25 million
I do
diamond
not
that's stuck inside
condone-
of its head.
I do not
We don't
condone the mischievous acts that Jose Ortega is alluding to.
I ain't saying rob him.
But you saying rob him.
I just said I didn't say, and I'm not saying rob him.
But
You're trying to implicate me into a crime, sir, and that's
you
exactly.
implicated yourself.
And that's exactly what a
I just
coon.
asked the question.
That's exactly what a Ezekielite would do.
Oh, no, I'm a snitch. Fuck you.
Hey, you a Ezekielite. You're a follower of Kanye.
I'm not.
Kanye can really only walk probably still in Chicago because Pusha T say what he say.
Nah. Kanye made too many beats to motherfucking not be able to walk through Chicago the way he wants to.
Kanye would have been okay.
Jorge, can I trade you for a port, sir? All right, fuck you.
He said Georgia said, I'm not giving you one of my nigga cigarettes for one of your coon cigarettes.
Well, bitch ass ain't got no microphone.
And will never have one for no type of circumstance. Oh.
Well, if you just gonna throw album covers over our face, you might as well cut the video. Fuck it. We'll just promote the audio this week.
Look, fam. George, I'm gonna keep saying it every single week until this nigga bring home 6 Grammys.
Oh, after I light it, you can go suck a dick, bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck
Good
you.
job. Good
Fuck
job.
you.
Good job.
Little bitch.
Rule number 2
That's why you Jorge right there.
Rule number 2 to having a successful business. Cheer on your employee that you shit on from half the time to stand up to his oppressors.
I'm not even gonna say nothing to that.
Look, fam. Standing up to you.
Fuck both of y'all niggas. You go to George.
That's doing.
Just like a George ass nigga dropping blunts.
George ass niggas got albums though. But we not what? We plug it at the end. That's why you don't got a mic. That's why. To make them take back control.
See, you give light-skinned niggas an inch, they take a mile.
God
Every
damn.
time.
God damn.
Every time they take a mile.
Jeez. You know what? Drake started that trend. See, if he wouldn't have been so successful, him and Chris Brown, it wouldn't have worked out that way.
Every time.
These waffle color niggas is out of control.
Out of control. And apparently out of fucks to give, because you niggas is bold. We don't like it. I'm just saying, as a dark-skinned nigga, we be watching y'all sitting back like, wow. He tried that. All right. And then when it work, we be like, all right. All right.
Because it only worked for them. It's not going to work for you.
Right.
It don't.
Y'all niggas got certain traits just like we got certain traits.
All y'all niggas got dreads now. Every nigga that had braids that was dark skinned back in the day, nigga.
Oh,
got
and
dreads
he got
now.
the every nigga haircut now, too. Jorge got the haircut that every other nigga got in the world.
You're too much of an adult to have a haircut like that.
It's the one that's not the dreads. You know what I'm talking about.
It's the one that's not the dreads.
You know that one cut, and yes, that was disgusting. I know it was on camera. Fuck you. Huh?
Who's a nasty ass individual?
Me for spitting in the ashtray. I don't care.
He is.
I want to take a poll on it.
That's disgusting. It is pretty gross. Yeah, it's gross.
Well, anyway,
It's terrible.
George is not getting the mic. Is the point? Moving on.
It's not. So you want to do guess what race it is, or we letting that bitch breathe and then guess what race it is as a choice?
I feel like just because we can guess what race it is out the way pretty quick, run through them. They're pretty short stories when you summarize them.
Okay.
So I feel like we can knock that out pretty quickly.
All right, so you want to get that out the bag first.
Yeah, it's a good. I think I got a good 3 for you.
All right.
It'll jumble. It'll definitely fuck with your head and the listeners.
Cue up the racism.
Word to Charlemagne, who I finally realized that I actually did steal this from because I did the timeline on it from how long he's been doing it on Breakfast Club and how long I've been doing it on the podcast. And I realized that I subconsciously created it as mine, not realizing I'd watched him do it probably 10 times prior.
Oh, damn.
So, I guess this is, Charlemagne gets credit for this segment to some degree, but at the same time, and word to a fellow podcaster, But, we do it too, nigga. Guess what race it is? And mine is funnier than yours because I'm not on the radio and I can fucking say a lot more shit that you would probably say on your podcast. But I say it a lot, different.
Nigga, shut up and cue up the racism.
Word. First, let me put this cigarette down and smoke this marijuana.
Slaves to the nicotine.
The nicotine? Is the nicotine marijuana or you said nicotine?
Nicotine.
Oh, I thought you said nicotine, meaning the weed. Isn't weed kind of nicotine, though? That's the name of the episode. Nicotine.
Reggie's would.
I'm going to have to put some stars in there, but nicotine.
I would say Reggie's.
Another name.
Reggie's would be nicotine.
Nah, niggas don't smoke nicotine. Niggas don't smoke Reggie's on the regular.
Yeah, they do. They just don't think that it is, but it do.
A Jace.
And what I come to find out is there's a whole slew of elderly people. I'm gonna say like elderly, like old, but like your aunties, you know what I'm saying? Like your godmamas and shit, and god uncles and shit. Them niggas ain't
God
going.
uncles.
Whatever the fuck.
Who's got god uncles?
I don't know, nigga. You come from nigga families and shit. Y'all got all types of.
I got cousins that ain't cousins.
Y'all
I ain't got no
got
god uncles, nigga.
And nigga them, y'all make names up for family members because they just somebody in the family that you love so much.
Never heard god uncle. That's some Mexican shit, sir.
No, nigga. I said some nigga them shit. I never thought of anything such things for Latino. Everything makes sense.
Never heard of a god. I've heard of a godfather, godmother,
what?
God sister, god brother. Never heard of a god uncle and auntie.
Nigga, you think that you can swim to Africa? Nigga,
How
shut up.
deep does this bitch? I was drunk as hell last week.
So, nigga, as opposed to every week we do this?
I was considerably more drunk last week.
You thought, all right.
And I'm like legally drunk on this podcast. I'm not like, what's the word? Super, I think that's a legal thing. Super drunk. I'm not super drunk. If I'm super drunk, then you're over the limit, sir.
Nigga, you thought that you could swim to Africa.
Oh my God. All I said was,
you don't have to
given
say it
the
again.
right conditions
Oh my God, you
and
said it
enough
again. You
ambition, you
Will
could
die.
hop your ass in the Detroit River. And with the right team, you could hop your ass in the Detroit River and swim to Africa if you really wanted to, because the human body is capable of incapable and impossible things.
Put dumbest nigga on earth.
Huh?
George.
Whatever you got to do to get there, bro, you got to do it. You got to walk to, yeah, that's what I said. So not from the Detroit River, my bad. You got to walk from where you at in Detroit to wherever direction Africa leads to, I guess the end of Florida or South Carolina, I think I said. And you walk to the end of South Carolina or take an Uber, whatever. And then you fucking swim and you have a team. And you swim, and you swim, and you swim.
You the dumbest nigga of all time.
You fucking get there, man.
No.
Because God is real, bitch.
He is. But so are icebergs and sharks in reality. Oh my God.
Fuck y'all.
I challenge you to do it.
No, I'm not nearly enough shape to do that.
You have.
I also added that in there. Giving somebody in the right physical and mental condition, doing that with the right team, right time of the year, all of that. I did say all of that.
You ain't got shit else to do except for record a podcast on Friday.
I didn't say shit about me.
I know.
I didn't say
that's
shit
why I
about
said
me.
I challenge you to do it.
No.
Why not?
I'd die.
I'd be a part of the team. I got you.
It doesn't matter, bitch. You not equipped to do that.
I can get like a,
How many years of
The
scuba
sticks- the
experience do
sticks
you
with the
have,
hooks.
sir, that's outside of Sada Baby?
The fuck?
I said, how many years of scuba experience do you have that's outside of your listening of Sada Baby?
I don't listen to Sada Baby really, but
So you have no scuba experience at all.
scuba, no, I can swim very well, unlike niggas. But
scuba diving is swimming, nigga. What are you talking about?
I said I can swim very well.
Right, scuba
Unlike
diving is swimming.
niggas.
Oh, unlike niggas.
Yeah.
So you can swim unlike niggas. Bitch, I can swim.
Can you?
Yes, very well. Even for a fat nigga. As a skinny nigga, I'm damn near Michael Phelps in this bitch. I've done it. Not,
So
on
back to an
10,
earlier
but
question, you couldn't give up pork for fish if you could swim very well, so you could live anywhere around water and fish and live off salvation.
I mean, if I had to, yeah. Absolutely had to. But if I have an option, no.
I mean, if you had the bag, you know what I'm saying, something that's out there in Saudi Arabia, you wouldn't do it?
You said if you had a bad bitch in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, and that's the only way you can just, be good with the shits. You know what I mean?
George.
Is it like you just gotta, you know what I'm saying, give up the pork rinds, my nigga. Pork rinds are delicious. I might eat some of them shits on the way home.
Bad bitch in Saudi Arabia. Am I marrying her? Are we together forever? Is she a freak? Does she
The
do
only
everything
way
I need?
the only way you can fill in the blanks however the fuck you want to. I'm just saying the only way
So
to
bad
bag
bitch
it.
in Saudi Arabia.
No,
I just gotta stop eating pork.
yeah, but you in love and shit, and the only way to make this shit work
At
and
that
then not
point, yeah.
and then not be stoned to death is to give up the pulled pork.
Of course, I do it in secret, but yeah, I do it.
Nah, nigga, because so like in secrecy, you mean what?
Like none of her nor her family would know that I'm still eating pork. I would
You gonna
make
smell like
appointments
pork
to
and
make
swine,
bacon, my
nigga.
Like, you feel me?
You gonna smell like swine?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, you will.
No, I'm gonna pay
Mhm.
somebody to make it for me. They handing it off. Boom.
You ever been around a fat person who
Then
like
couple
completely got
icebreakers, we
who
good.
got completely like
A little bit of weed.
detoxed out
cigarette.
of like they whole house got like detoxed out of all fats and shit. As soon as they can smell it, they can smell the grease on
Yeah.
your lip from like 3 hours ago. Like
Yeah. That's because
Nigga,
once you
you know what I
purge
mean?
yourself or something, you can smell shit from a mile away. Like if
yeah.
I stopped drinking the way that I drink,
like people who don't eat onions
I would be able to smell
can
anybody
really
that drink.
like really like
real
the smell
clearly.
of onions pops to them. So it's like if you don't eat
I
pork,
mean,
if you
yeah,
don't
I
eat pork,
guess,
then you know what I'm saying. Let's say you have a bacon cheeseburger deluxe from a county, from the grimiest county in all of Detroit history, which means it's delicious.
Right.
Which means it's very like the bacon is perfect, pristine.
Right.
You might even with the chili cheese fries tell them niggas because that's pristine
Crumble
to
a
put
little bit of that shit
some
on
bacon bits and put it on the bitch.
You bitch.
Nah, man. And you know it's delicious because, like I said, it's from the grimiest hood in Detroit history.
Since we still haven't gotten to guess what race it
We'll
is,
get
when
there.
When you're done with this, we're gonna take an ad break because I have to urinate.
But you like grimy John, and then you go back to the crib, right?
Right.
Let's say it's some time that goes by. Let's say you have a couple drinks with the homies, you smoke, wash your hands,
Naturally.
take a couple pisses,
Coronavirus out here, naturally.
get back to the crib where you see Shawty.
Right.
First thing,
Wash
walk
your
through the
hands
door.
again, of course.
It's in,
No.
it's in your system, not in your pores.
Oh God.
Now, you, nigga, you'll be like, me? No, I never touched another bitch. You like, no, you smell like Wilbur the fucking pig.
You
And
gotta
and
keep
there you go.
Listerine on you at all times, my nigga.
It's gonna come out through your pores now,
No,
nigga.
it's not.
Yes,
No,
it is.
no,
Yes, it is.
no,
Yes,
no.
it is. nigga.
No.
If fat people can smell fucking KFC specific
I don't
grease
know.
coming out of a
Damn,
specific
you
fat
might
person,
be right though. Damn, can't you smell pork out your pores?
yes.
Can you smell food on a nigga? Like after he eat it, when he sweat it out?
Yes.
If he eats it all the time and tells you he's gonna stop eating it and then he doesn't,
This is in no way.
he's not gonna smell any different to you than he already
This
did.
is in
You're
no
not gonna
way
be able to be like,
something
"Oh, you
racial
smell like pork,"
that I'm gonna
unless you
say.
already smell
But this is like a
pork.
racial plus a cultural
I
thing.
just don't stop eating it, huh?
This is like it's not what I'm about to say is not racist in any way, but it's like kind of racist or racial.
Oh God.
But
so
it's
it's racist.
It's a cultural thing, really. The type of foods that people eat in different cultures and shit dictate the way when they stink, whoever it is.
Okay.
is going
Let's
to
not
stink.
say
Stink.
Stink is racist. That's saying stink. Let's
I'm
find
saying
a different
whoever.
word
I'm
for
saying
stink.
for
Jesus.
whoever, for example.
I know what you mean.
I
live around them.
personally have not been around enough Asian
And I
folk
like them.
to be around an Asian person that was sweating.
Indians are Asian. You have been around Indian people.
Sweating? No.
You've never been around a sweaty Indian man?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. See, y'all niggas think it's funny because y'all like unathletic. Like, I had to think of like every sport I played in the world.
I mean, you
like,
played with a lot of men. I'm just saying.
no.
I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway. What were you saying?
How's that Africa trip working out? But
I mean, if I get in the shape of Wim Hof or am trained by Wim Hof and have the fucking wherewithal of fucking Spider-Man or some shit, yeah, I'll fucking make the trick. Till then, eat my ass, bitch.
you, sir, need to talk to your therapist about
You
your
right.
sexuality.
Whoa. No, you're not right about that.
Yeah, definitely right. Definitely
Very
right.
comfortable with my sexuality. Now, my demons are another thing.
I forgot even what the fuck we're talking about because we're supposed to
You
be going
the one brought up the Africa trip. I said something. Oh no, we were getting to guess what race it is. You were on the. We just got off into a tangent actually. And I don't remember what tangent we were on. So
I don't really
sorry,
care.
folks. We're gonna take a quick break.
It's cool.
And I'm gonna urinate, and we'll be right back.
Bishop is a racist.
That is untrue, sir. Word to my mama and yours. Anyway, we are back, sir. And we are back with both of our favorite segments, and probably yours too. Of course, it's Jorge's, or at least one of his favorite segments. The infamous word to Charlemagne. Guess what race it is, comma state, because we do that too. Our first contestant, sir. Why are you looking at me like you want to strangle me right now?
I'm waiting for you to just like cue off the shit, nigga.
You looking at me like, nigga, you want
Hey,
to
hurry up.
Jesus. Anyway, our first contestant, man, so we know his gender, pleads guilty after admitting to running over 5 geese and in quotation marks, or no, in in quotation mark, no, whatever. Anyway, unfortunately, killing them. You know what I meant. You know what I meant.
My man's killed some birds. All right.
He
killed
killed 5 geese, goddamn. It was a tragic story.
Is it?
Yes.
Black Lives Matter exists. It's not that tragic to me.
Yeah, but them niggas stealing from niggas. So anyway, that's another story
geese?
for another podcast. Anyway,
The geese are stealing from
no,
niggas?
Black Lives Matter is stealing from niggas in the community. That's another story for another podcast. Anyway,
That's a conspiracy theory.
it's not. Where is the money, D-Ray? What happened to that 90 million?
It's a
Anyway,
conspiracy made by the white man to break up unity.
anyway, I will say it again for those of you that forgot from our tangent. Man pleads guilty, and like I said, we do know his gender, so we do know he's a man. Pleads guilty after, well, at least we don't know what he's identifies as, but we do know he's a man. Pleads
This ain't
guilty.
That type of podcast.
Huh?
This ain't that type of podcast.
Is it not? And no, I would never, George. I would never assume his actual identity. Are you fucking serious? Anyway, man pleads guilty after admitting to running over, unfortunately, 5 geese and killing them. Guess what race it is and state.
It sounds like nigga activity. It
it?
smells just like nigga activity.
Does it?
Yeah, because it's like, just like I said, Black Lives Matter exists. We got other problems. So if I run over a couple geese, them geese can suck my dick. Sorry, environmental people. And I'm gonna say,
See, I would vote Caucasian personally.
Yeah,
Just running over 5 geese, my nigga.
they don't like
come
running
on.
over shit. They rather shoot it.
I mean,
See,
they love animals too, but they also love shooting them.
Yeah,
Why
but-
not run them over?
Yeah, but
And
it's
we've
like-
heard those stories before.
But
Let's
if you
not get it
running the
twisted.
shit over, it's like even like the country ass motherfuckers that be like cooking roadkill and shit. They kind of want the possum or that coon or whatever that's dead in there to still kind of be like whole-ish enough. You know what I mean? Like you don't want a motherfucker. You ain't picking up no raccoon with fucking tread marks in it that's flat as fuck. You know, you ain't eating that shit. You know what I mean? So.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like to me, that is it, and that's how you know. What I'm saying that's how they think. You gotta infiltrate and find out these things. So I'm gonna say nigga for sure. And say maybe it's like me. Like I gotta guess the state too, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, state. All right. Damn. That could be nigga activity from like anywhere though, cause. You know what I'm saying?
You did say the one place that you thought you know, and always seem to think you know where everybody's from.
When did this happen? Is there a date on it?
Let us see. Within the last 3 weeks.
All right. So it probably is Florida, somewhere south. So I'm gonna go with Florida because it's geese really aren't back in the Midwest or the North yet. So I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna roll with that. I'm gonna say nigga, and I'm gonna say 20s to 30s as a range and shit in age, just as some bonus points, just in case.
And what state?
Florida, absolutely. Every answer is Florida.
It is not.
No, I'm saying that that's gonna be my answer every time now.
I mean, this isn't based on age. This is based on race and state. That's where your point system comes from.
Bitch, nigga, if you don't read what the fuck this nigga is, and and let's roll.
First off, don't call your father out his name. Anyway,
I'm older than
you are half correct. New Jersey man, always trying to go for Florida, pleads guilty after admitting to running over 5 geese and, like I said, unfortunately,
Geese in New Jersey?
Apparently so.
Jesus.
Killing
All
them.
right. Well,
Quentin Alec Manning, 22, you're right about that, even though you don't get points for it, allegedly told
that's 'cause you're trying to
investigators...
take from the minorities all the time. That's okay. Continue.
Do I look Caucasian to you?
Yeah.
Allegedly told investors. I hope you wouldn't invest in geese killings. Allegedly told investigators that he intentionally ran over a flock of geese in a New Jersey parking lot, killing them. He faces only 90 days in jail, and will be required to perform community service. He may also be prohibited from ever working with or owning an animal. He is set to be sentenced in May. Okay, I hadn't read that before. Only 90 days? I mean, I don't want to sound Caucasian, but...
Oh, feel free. Feel free.
Only 90 days? I mean, I feel like it should be like 90 days for each geese, right? Or each goose.
Free my nigga Quentin, dog. Free my
I'm not
homie,
trying
bro.
to see a black man locked up, period. Much less
Free
more than
Quentin,
he need
homie.
to be. But like, damn.
Free Quentin. Nah, I mean,
Are we freeing Quentin?
are you championing the execution of the killers of Breonna Taylor?
Huh?
Are you championing the execution of the killers of Breonna Taylor?
What? No. What? Why would that even come up? What are you talking about,
I'm
sir?
just saying you can't stand on both sides, bro.
What? I didn't even say that for this.
I'm saying that for it though.
No, I don't think. No. I think you read that all wrong, my nigga.
I'm saying you can't love the animal so much, so nigga, and then be against an execution of somebody that of some people that killed an actual person. You know what I mean?
That doesn't. Anyway, man, look, that's
The
not
fans
cool,
and
bro.
listeners understand.
That's not cool, bro.
They geese, nigga. There are more.
there's more people too, but you can't just run around killing people, my nigga.
But people and the animals have right. Ah, damn, that's gonna sound.
And you talk about me getting us canceled.
No, that's a legit question. Do animals have rights?
Oh my God. Yes, they have rights, sir.
So if I'm a dog and my rights have been violated, I can go get me a doggy lawyer
I'm sorry, excuse
to
me.
defend me.
I'm sorry, excuse me.
I said, if I'm a dog and I'm being abused, I can go get me a doggy lawyer to defend me.
No.
I ain't got no rights, nigga. I can't get a lawyer? If I'm a dog? Nigga, I'm man's best friends. I better be able to get a fucking lawyer if I got rights, nigga.
Dog, you can't. No, you can't do that. That's not. No. 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 Am I wrong?
So once again, I'm trying like
You
my
can't hire a dog to be your lawyer, bro.
no, I'm saying, can you get a lawyer? I'm like,
Not what he was saying.
Kinda was though.
no, it was not. I'm saying, if I am an abused dog and I'm being abused as an abused dog, can I go get a human lawyer to defend me against my abuse?
Yes and no. You need an interpreter. What's the little chick that was in the jungle and was talking to monkeys for like 30 years? Jane Goodall.
Yeah.
You need a Jane Goodall on your team. She
Shouldn't
got
I
to be head of defense.
Shouldn't that be able to be something provided if I am a black lab walking into a doggy lawyer's office?
No, because you don't have the same rights as humans. You got rights, but you don't have the same rights as humans. So first off, you got to wipe your feet off before you can come in here. Matter of fact, you might have to pay extra because we got to have this meeting outside. I don't know if you can be walking this marble like that with them paws.
First off, I ain't
And yes,
fucking
we
with your lawyer
discriminating
office,
because,
nigga.
you know.
Because look, fam, look. I seen you Malibu outside. You not gonna treat me like you Jewish. Fuck out of here.
First off, Malibu not even outside. So whatever Malibu you seen outside wasn't mine.
I wasn't mentioning it like specifically, but but in hindsight, but
I mean, you said Malibu. What else was I supposed to do? You couldn't pick another model of car?
no, because that's the most recent thing you had. You hurt though? You
No.
good? You good?
No.
You want a hug?
Yes.
George, come give him a hug, bro.
No,
What you mean?
I mean, how you know I ain't want it from you?
It's rule number 3 that on a
Right. You know
successful
what I'm saying?
business.
We followed each other in the bathroom before the show.
Rule number 3 to having a successful business. Use the person that you don't pay that you usually neglect and is disgruntled to do things that you don't want to do to advance the greatness of the team. George, that's your man's.
Nah. Yeah. Nah. Yeah.
See, nah.
You know what? Fuck y'all. The fans will give me a hug.
It's a wall that the Republicans built up that separates us.
Fuck y'all. The fans will give me a hug, bitch. Anyway, that's why you ain't get but you ain't get but 1 point on the fucking last one. Anyway, now, contestant number 2. Man arrested. Once again, we know his gender, not his identity. Over 1,200 pounds of that good griggity marijuana was found during a traffic stop. That is 1,200 pounds of marijuana found during a traffic stop. Guess what race and state it is, sir? It's on you.
Seeing as the whites, which I mean is Caucanese Republicans, don't want black people to be able to drive trucks, and that's the only real way you can transport. You said 1,200 pounds?
Yes.
1,200 pounds of marijuana. You had to be in a semi truck. It means you can be anywhere in the United States of America.
Something like that. something like that. Believe it or not, you can package that pretty tight.
Yeah, but you could 1,200 pounds. So that's
You can package
that's
it
not
pretty
fitting
tight.
in. That's not fitting in the trunk of like even if you
No,
package
not that.
it's
No.
not fitting in
No,
the
it's not
trunk of a
fitting in the
Grand
trunk.
Marquis,
No,
nigga.
No.
You know what I mean? Like
I didn't mean that when I said it. I just meant not a semi.
at the very least a U-Haul. U-Haul size. Like the budget trucks and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You short, but you got the fat back.
What, a little church van.
Church van?
That's what he stuffed it in.
Thanks for the tip. All right, church van. Oh, man. That could be Nickerdom now. Because of the Lord?
You know somebody, grandma might be involved.
Yeah. Damn. Graham.
Maybe.
Shit.
Never know.
She gonna hold it down, though. She gonna hold it down. I don't know why the fuck I want to say Louisiana is the state for some reason, but it's like calling to me, like you know what I'm saying. It's a terrible thing.
There's 50 of them. You got to choose wisely.
I'm going with Louisiana.
Are you?
I don't know why, but I am. Because like I said, this is a problem that could realistically happen anywhere.
Yeah, but still, I mean, you
Nigga,
don't have to go with the first thought.
With the
There-
long
like I
ass,
said, there's 50
with the
choices,
long ass
sir.
trek it takes me to get from my house to here, or just to the city alone, I often see just semi trucks just pulled over, big trucks, period. And I always think to myself, I'm like, I really hope you're not the one that's getting caught with the packs, bro. I really hope it's not that.
I
I
mean,
really
you
hope
never know, though.
It's like I really
the
hope.
packs are the people. You never want to get caught with packs or people.
I'm just like, yeah, I really hope you just moving some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we're driving like a dickhead. I really like. And then you get caught with them boys with the scorpion patch on them. It's like,
You don't want to do that. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy.
No, you might have to shoot out with the police for that, and then have to drive away like ain't shit happened. But
Guess what race it is? Race and state.
all right, I'm going Louisiana negative.
Well, you are wrong, sir. California man arrested. California, the one and only California, right?
Really? Why?
California
Why was he arrested for that
man
much weed?
arrested over 1,200 pounds of marijuana. It was found during a traffic stop, and the man himself, Christopher Colburn, 31 years old, is that of the Caucasus Mountain. Yes, children, a Yakubian. A California man was arrested Tuesday morning after a routine traffic stop that led to the discovery of over 1,200 pounds of marijuana. During the search, troopers reportedly discovered 38 large boxes and 6 black garbage bags. The boxes contained a total of 1,264 individually sealed bags, each weighing approximately 1.5 pounds, and was confirmed to be, quote unquote, weed. The total amount of seized marijuana.
Yep, Johnson, this is definitely weed.
The total amount of
That California green.
the total amount of seized marijuana weighed approximately 1,275 pounds. Christopher Colburn, 31, was charged with dealing marijuana, level 5 felony, and possession of marijuana with prior conviction, which is a level 6 felony.
Look, fam. Look.
And that's in California, where it's all good in the hood sometimes.
I'm gonna say this.
Apparently
like,
not
look,
when you got that much.
Look, fam.
Shit.
Look, fam. Look, homie. Look here. I'm gonna say this. If I'm growing that much weed, and that much weed needs to be sold, and it's actually marked for, or it's spoken for, like you need to get it to these dispensaries so they can and collect the cash and rumble it through and make these drops.
Right.
You should be able to do that.
Right.
how the fuck do people think, like the system think that the shit gets to the dispensary?
I don't know.
Like we just,
I mean, but
wow!
you
And
know,
then like before you know it and shit, it's like, we went from your garage to dispensary. Like that. No, nigga, it's transported. And if it was and like, oh my God,
I'm selling that much at one time to a dispensary, bro.
Not in one, not just the one.
Come on, bro. Nobody's making deliveries with 1,200 pounds in the back. That's cartel shit. Come on. Or just really fucking genius white boy shit. Stop it. Stop it.
Lawyer, nigga. What my argument is, giving that to my lawyer, be like, nah, nigga, I was just trying to make some drops.
Fam, that is not believable in any court to any judge. You did not go to your job one day and they told you to make deliveries, whether you deliver weed or fucking cocaine. They did not fucking tell you.
You ain't find no cocaine, though.
You didn't. But either way, neither plug told you to leave that warehouse and go make drops with 1,200 fucking pounds of the shit in the back.
Maybe your boss is a fucking idiot.
He wouldn't have got that far if he was that stupid. Fuck that.
That's a damn lie.
Moving on to the next contestant, because
Do we have to do another
fuck
one?
out of here. This one's quick and it's funny. Man who used loaner car from BMW dealership to rob a bank, then tried to buy a BMW with the stolen money and was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison. Guess what race it is, children? Guess what race and state?
You know what? I'm just going to go with the one that I hope it is. I'm going to go with white Florida.
It is not, and you are wrong again, sir. This is terrible game for you, sir. Texas man, he's a nigga.
Same thing.
Eric Warren, 50 years old. That's sad.
Oh, I would have pinned him to being like a mid-30s nigga.
Eric Warren, 50 years old, a Texas man who used a loaner car from a BMW dealership to rob a bank and then tried to buy a BMW with the stolen money, was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison. According to reports, Eric Warren, 50 years old, was in the process of finalizing the purchase of a BMW in 2019 when he allegedly went into a bank, walked up to a teller, and put a bag and a note on the counter and, quote, unquote, said, "This is a fucking robbery. Play with me now or die. I want 100,000 in 50s and $100 bills. You got 1 minute or I will kill you, you bitch." 15 minutes after the robbery, Warren reportedly went back to the dealership. I didn't elaborate on that. That's what is the quote. I'm not playing.
That's the greatest robbery quote of all time.
Warren, I didn't put no sauce on that. Well, that's what's right here that I'm reading. Warren reportedly went back to the dealership and gave the dealership $3,000 cash as a down payment. You ain't even buy it outright, nigga. You put a down. Anyway, $3,000 cash down as a down payment. An employee received a phone call informing him of the recent bank robbery, and the employee realized that the vehicle used in the robbery matched the vehicle the dealership had loaned to Warren. Jesus.
Of course it did.
And the employee contacted officers. Warren was arrested with more than $5,000 and the serial numbers matching the stolen fucking bank fucking money. Police also found a painted pellet gun. And then he was sentenced to fucking 20 years earlier this week after pleading guilty. I mean, what else could you plead, my nigga? Go fuck yourself, Eric. How dare you do that to your fucking lineage? A pellet gun and $3,000 cash down payment on.
You the biggest sucker of all time.
Fucking idiot.
You the biggest sucker of all time with the greatest robbery quote of all time, nigga. So, like, shout out to you.
Granted, yeah, if you pulled it off,
that
sickest shit
shit's
ever.
funny as
But you know what? How If you bought it outright, you had a better
You
chance of pulling it
bitch.
off, my nigga. You robbed the bank and only left with 5 racks. And then had the nerve to try to keep 2 for yourself after you went to go try to get a Beamer.
You know what? Shout out to the nigga for
What?
actually, you went to the right teller for sure. Because what if you picked that teller that was like cool with Diane that day, and you just walked up to him and you're like, nigga, you might as well shoot me, bro.
My nigga. Anyway, moving on.
And then you gotta be like, huh? But I don't want to, like, nah, nigga, you ain't getting this money. Then if you ain't gonna shoot me, you a bitch.
Fam, I'm not going back to the dealership after I fucking robbed the bank for 5. First off, if I rob a bank and only get $5,000, I'm gonna be super mad that I just took that risk. First off. Second off, once I do rob the bank and let's say I get away with it, I'm not keeping the fucking loaner, much less going back to the dealership and putting a down payment on the car I just tried to fucking use to rob, or I just used to rob a bank. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, absolutely agree. What I would do right after that, like immediately after that, would actually be get into my real car, whatever it may have been, and drive out of the state. Because it's kind of game over right now for you right now.
Bruh.
You can't just be like, you know what?
Bruh.
You can't even be like, you know what? I'm not going to buy this Beamer, but I'm going to go across the street to the Audi store. Like, no, nigga, people have seen your face. But it's been a couple weeks since we, you know what I'm saying, we discovered if any of these bitches out here been breathing and shit from these movies and this music and shit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got 3 to review. And then we can get
Yes, sir.
we can get the fuck out of here. Snyder Cut, Justice League. You
Yes,
saw
sir.
it. I seen it. It was. What do you think? Bishop 93rd, and then I will give my take.
I don't know if this is a generic take or not, but I think that
You gonna slurp fast?
No. I think that after I put the 5 hours aside needed to watch it, at least 5 hours aside.
It is a whole damn near 4 hours.
And if you include bathroom breaks and, probably
Yeah,
answering the
it
phone
makes about
or
5.
a text or 2, you're gonna need 5 hours if you want to sit through the whole thing in one sitting.
Especially
you're gonna have to go to the
unbothered.
bathroom. You're gonna have to answer your phone at some point, huh?
Like unbothered, like there's nothing that you have to pressingly get up and do.
Yeah.
Like out of
that's
nowhere.
The least, is
You know
you're
what I'm
going
saying?
to the bathroom
Exactly.
and answering a text. It's gonna take you 5 hours if you want to watch it in one sitting. So, with that being said, with me doing that and taking the time necessary to watch it, I liked everything except, well, not everything. I liked most of it except the certain parts of the CGI, because you could tell the CGI was super CGI, but still, because I guess all of the build up to it and what it's supposed to be and what it actually is makes sense. And you can let it slide that certain shit doesn't look real, because I mean it's not fucking real anyway. But it's like it looks like you wanted it to look the first fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
But the first fucking time, just, we all know what they did. We don't have to go through that. Well, we all know what Joss did. We don't have to go through that. We find ourselves sitting through 4 hours of cinema that is undoubtedly worth the time, which I pressed play questioning, and then got about 2 hours into it and wondered, damn, how much time has passed, and realized I was still super into the movie 2.5 hours in. So I watched the rest of it, and it was, it was a great redo for what should have been done right the first time. And had it been done right the first time, yeah, it would have had a bigger effect. But if you think about it in context, and I don't want to get too mythical about the universe or nothing, isn't it ironic how the universe works? Do you think you would have, just the world the way it was working prior to coronavirus, do you think you would have taken 5 hours to go to the movie theater, sit and watch that movie? That's not reasonable for anybody to do. There's going to be lines. You got to pause that movie, because it's going to be a line of people that's got to piss. Why you watching the fucking movie? But, for whatever reason, coronavirus happens. HBO Max exists. They can get the rights to it. They got the rights to it. You can watch the shit from the crib. Yeah, you can go watch it in the movie theater if you want to, for like however many days. But you can also watch it from the crib. Watching that type of thing from the crib is a way better experience. And I think if it hadn't have been for coronavirus, not only would they not have made it.
I was able to smoke my way through the entire thing.
Dog.
Comfortably.
Dog.
Comfortably.
Like, it's one of them things where it's like.
Smoked 3 joints through that whole movie.
I feel like had it been a 4-part series or a 2-part series, wouldn't have had the same effect as just sitting there taking that time out and watching that bitch.
Truth.
So I loved it. It was everything it should have been the first time. But outside of that, the CGI, and then, some of it was still like, yeah. But, it was a good redo. It was a good if you're gonna make up a movie, spend the money, reshoot it and all of that. It was good. Great.
I will say.
It was a great superhero movie for DC.
I will say.
Their first. I will say that. It was DC's first great superhero movie, even though they technically fucked it up the first time.
I will say. Zack Snyder created a motherfucking masterpiece.
They need to let that man direct everything in that universe until he dies. Give him the $500 million you need to, because it's probably what it's going to cost. Give that man $500 million and just let him direct Justice League 2, 3, Wonder Woman 3, Superman, whatever, whoever the fuck else. Aquaman 4, 5. Let him direct all of that shit. Get that man $1 billion, $500 million. Just let him direct all of that.
That shit was amazing, in my opinion, because it emotionally captivated me. Like, it was just like,
yeah, no, I definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You got the goosebumps like you were a kid watching the shit, and this is what you wanted.
And this
out
is
of
Ben Affleck playing Batman for me.
Ben
so
Affleck
like,
Batman.
I even like the little Joker sequence at the end. It threw me off. I thought the movie was over.
I would say this. I would say this.
Though.
I wouldn't say that it was an unnecessary thing.
It was definitely unnecessary. But it was
because I feel like I feel like that was gonna be like that was gonna be like a trending thing for Bruce Wayne if they was gonna continue like these premonitions of what's going to come and shit. And his whole thing was to try to stop that. You know what I mean? Because at the point of when the original cut, we just got him in this apocalyptic world. We didn't get the Lois is the key shit. We didn't get none of that. You know what I mean? It was that movie for.
You got the Lois is the key shit in the Batman vs Superman. That was the Flash coming through in the dream that he addressed finally.
Oh yeah, that. But you don't get that in the.
Oh, and who the fuck is Martian Man?
Martian Manhunter?
Yeah, I never heard of him. Never been that deep in DC. I saw this nigga, I'm like, who was this Piccolo ass nigga?
You haven't watched a single Justice League cartoon through our entire lifetime.
No, I have. I just never knew that was his name. I know the guy. Yes. I know what he looks like. After I went back and cross-referenced it, like you just said, like that to that, I was like, oh, that's bruh. But I never knew that the dude, the black
John Jones.
Yeah, he's like he's in like the Department of Defense or something. I didn't know that I was supposed to be the guy. And then he finally made the transition and like he went from Clark's mom to himself and then, showed himself at the end of the movie.
Pretty much joining the squad.
Then, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like he was basically going to Batman, spoiler alert, he's basically going to Batman and saying like, yo, I'm trying to be part of the team. This is after like him and Wonder Woman like, yo, we got to build a team and like get a better spot.
Yeah. Damn, she bad. But
yeah, shout out to Gal.
Yeah, but that movie, like, I felt like the original cut of it wasn't. You couldn't add that many niggas and put them together without establishing an origin.
It had to be 4 hours.
Yeah, without it being an absurdly long movie.
You could not cut that into 2 hours. That's why it looks stupid the first. Exactly. Even if Zack Snyder himself tried to cut that to 2 hours, it would look fucking dumb.
Exactly.
It would look better, but it would look dumb.
I even feel completely that you incorporated the Cyborg story within the Justice League cut. So if and when he was supposed to get his own standalone, you wasn't coming in at an origin story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you actually got that, and then you was gonna get that. You know what I'm saying? The follow up to what happened after Justice League.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was very cohesive, and that was my problem with the original Justice League. That's why I call it a masterpiece. Because to get me to sit down for 4 hours to watch a movie.
So wait, you're a hype beasting, just to be clear.
I'm not gonna hype beast it
You're hype
because
beasting though.
I'm giving it masterpiece.
It just came out.
What, like 2 weeks ago?
You're hype beasting. If I'm hype beasting, you're hype beasting.
No, because I never looked at any of the reviews where everyone thought it was so amazing.
Neither did I.
Like
I didn't watch Justice League until fucking 2 years after it came out. The first, the Joss
the
Whedon
first one, yeah,
yeah.
it was a while. It was a while for me.
Yeah.
But when I actually saw it, it made me just like disappointed because I grew up being a DC fan until Iron Man happened. But
that was why I never ran to it, because I ran to Batman vs Superman. I was like, man. And then I saw
the trajectory wasn't great.
Yeah, I saw that and then overheard. I've never seen, to this day, I've never seen Superman.
Nigga, Ryan Reynolds just watched fucking Green Lantern that he was in for the first time like 2-3 weeks ago. Live streamed the whole thing.
Really?
Yeah.
How did that go?
I think he was a little drunk by the end, so
I'm sure he was drunk. I mean,
he was drinking gin the entire time.
I mean, he sells gin, so naturally.
Yeah. So I think he was pouring a big gulps of that shit like during the whole thing.
It's a bad movie.
It's pretty bad.
It's a bad movie.
And he said it did have its flaws, but you
gotta give Ryan his pass though.
I give it a pass on
Ryan
that.
recovered.
He recovered it back from Deadpool, but
I would say he recovered before that, just doing like the comedic guy thing. I'm a Ryan Reynolds fan since Van Wilder, so I'm different.
You more than different, nigga. You special. But it's a high recommend. Justice League, Snyder cut, heavily fucking breathing. That shit breathing like perfectly grown kush plant in the most like tropical and perfectly humid motherfucking like environment.
That bitch got 100% oxygen.
100%. I stand by it. I will. I die on that one too. And it was pretty good. It was pretty fucking good. I was trying to give it a review without spoiling it too much because there's a lot that you could say.
I mean, I kind of already gave some spoilers.
Yeah,
but if you haven't watched it, bro, just fucking go watch it.
Really,
like,
even if you don't have HBO
watch it in
Max,
parts.
if you don't have HBO Max, I'm not using this as a plug, but if they want to, send the bag.
Please do.
Use your fucking free trial. If not, motherfucking get yourself a shorty or find yourself some. Like if you are a chick, find yourself a dude that's that's just slanging motherfucking passwords and emails and shit. There's plenty of them dumb
Does
niggas.
that still exist? I heard niggas was cracking down on password sharing, like all the streaming services.
They trying to, nigga. They just
we all know.
They just trying to make
really
it. They're just trying to make
but
it smaller amounts of people that you can add into it. You know what I mean? But it's you know what I mean. But you can change up the password on a bitch if you handed it out to her, and
Real
it's
quick
like
on a
you
nigga.
know what I mean. Like yeah, that bitch weird. When for real, I'm gonna have to switch up to Netflix on that bitch. So
George,
you know.
can you toss me another Red Bull, please?
But heavily breathing, I do recommend. I am going to give some slight cut some spoilers for the next review which is a George request.
Hey.
Nigga, wait till I start talking. Don't be like, what? Like it's a Christmas gift for you? This is for the audience and the listeners. See, that's what's selfish. Selfish. That's me bad bossing, but it's all right, though. But Cutthroat City was a movie that George and his significant other
told me at the last minute to watch, so I'm a little late, so I need to pick up on the premise. But I've heard it's a good premise.
It's kind of...
You didn't.
I will say this. If you haven't heard about it, it's on Netflix. It's about a nice little 2-hour watch and shit.
Netflix.
It's something to watch with your shawty.
Really? I thought it was like a gangster movie or something.
It's something to watch with your shawty that has niggas in it that she for sure
That's
already
who told
seen.
me to watch it. My girl, she watched it. That makes sense.
Yeah, but it's one of those that like she does. Like she probably watched it and enjoyed it because there was some other motherfuckers in there that she's for sure seen in other movies, like Tupac in it. Tupac,
What?
like
Anthony Mackie or the other nigga?
like real
What?
not real Tupac, but
What?
like the realest looking Tupac to play Tupac.
Who?
The nigga from the Tupac movie.
That's
All
why I said
eyes on
Anthony
me.
Mackie or the other nigga.
All
he
eyes
was the
on
other
me.
nigga.
He is not the dude who played Tupac.
Anthony Mackie definitely played Tupac.
Anthony Mackie plays Falcon.
Anthony Mackie played Tupac in the fucking Notorious. Was it
It's
Big?
the Biggie movie.
He played Tupac in that movie.
I'm talking
Shut
about
up.
the All Eyes on Me movie, the Tupac
That's why I said,
movie.
or the other nigga. I don't know that guy's name, but yeah, him. Okay. What? Okay. What? You can't just say Tupac was in the movie, man. What?
Tupac was in the movie, nigga.
The fuck?
And the lead nigga from Dope. Everybody done seen Dope.
I know that kid. All right.
You know what I
who you're
mean?
talking
That nigga
about.
been everywhere. And T.I. was in it. And Terrence Howard's in it. And Ethan Hawke's in that bitch.
Okay, this sounds like a good lineup.
It's not a bad lineup. It's for a low budget film, but it's really fucking, you know what I'm saying?
And they all signed up for it? How low budget we talking about when all of them signed up? It's got to still be a few M's. Can't be that low budget with all of them.
In my opinion, I think it's probably one of them Johns that was already done that they just didn't, that they wanted to put in theaters, but they just never got that go ahead. But due to the pandemic, it was
Like
one
it
of
got
those.
killed, then somebody had to like put some more money behind it to get it back. To
Or
put
it was
out.
one of those things like, all right, nigga, we could run your film.
Do you
but
have any
we could run it through Netflix.
resource on this, or are you just talking out your ass?
I'm talking out my ass because of the way it feels, because it's like it's a
This is the way it looks
it's
when you watch it?
it's a dated concept.
In what way? Describe the plot to me.
Plot is some young niggas from the Ninth Ward in New Orleans. which
Full
is-
spoilers. Go get fucking Netflix, man.
Oh,
Fuck. Get
yeah.
Netflix and HBO
Don't be
Max.
irresponsible. Matter of fact, everybody know at least a bitch or a nigga.
If you ain't got HBO Max, you know somebody with Netflix.
Yeah,
man.
like got Netflix. If you don't got Netflix yourself, you just living irresponsibly.
Literally.
But anyway, so it's a bunch of these niggas just living in the Ninth Ward and shit. This
Right.
nigga, he got actual like talent. Like he's an artist and he can draw and shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The nigga from Dope.
I'm already not interested, but okay.
So this is around the time of Katrina and shit,
Okay.
right?
Okay. So we're
So
in
so
Louisiana.
he gets married.
Are
and
we
shit.
in Louisiana?
Yes, nigga,
Okay.
we in New Orleans, Ninth Ward.
Okay. Oh, you did say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like the movie starts out at the point where he's about to get married and shit, and then Katrina happens 3 days later after he does, or a couple
Damn.
days later.
That's fucked up.
And this nigga really trying to go.
Wait, you got married and didn't leave Louisiana for the honeymoon? Anyway, all right, finish it. Finish telling me the plot. I'm just
These are niggas in the
spitballing.
Ninth Ward.
okay. You can save some money for a honeymoon, nigga. Damn, you can leave the state at least. You ain't gotta leave the country. You ain't gotta go to Cabo, nigga.
You dating too many white women. You're standing. You know what I'm saying? You forgot what it's like to be in the trenches.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Anyway. So these niggas is in the Ninth Ward. Katrina happens and shit. Everything gets fucked up. If you're unaware, because you're a young boy and happens to be listening to this podcast about the effects of Hurricane
out to you.
Katrina, shout out to you. Effects of Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans. I highly recommend that you do some research. Look up some old fucking YouTube footages and shit of news
It was
clippings.
bad.
It was pretty fucked up.
Like sad to see.
It was
bad.
it was one of the top 10 drop balls of like
the American government in the last
Yeah.
50 years.
yeah. It was the butt fumble. It was the Mark Sanchez.
Granted, there was an
yeah.
ex-cokehead that was president, so he's a fun guy now, but it was pretty bad then.
Yeah, he can do coke and peace now, but
Word
it's
to
like
W.
you can't do that and be president of the United States, my nigga. You can't do that. Thing. But
Especially not when half the world got beef with your dad.
so
Anyway,
the whole shit broke down like that, and nigga trying to get a job, everything ain't going for him and shit.
right.
Nigga, he get a job interview, he go trying to be optimistic, shit ain't go too well. Like, nigga pretty much told him, like, yeah, your shit boring. It's not.
Your shit trash, nigga.
Your shit
Your shit cheeks, nigga.
Yeah, your shit is uninteresting. It's like, whatever. Bounce, nigga. So he get out and he's like, damn, nigga, I need to make this bread. Like, we behind on rent, nigga. We about to get evicted out this bitch. We ain't getting them up. Like, they couldn't apply for the fucking FEMA aid. Yeah, no Katrina stimulus, nothing.
Was
nigga.
there a Katrina stimmy?
There was
no.
something.
Yeah, FEMA was the stimmy,
yeah,
and they fucked them over.
Yeah.
Anyway,
They wasn't getting none of that shit and shit. And he had married into like T.I.'s. He married T.I.'s cousin, who T.I. happens to be this nigga from with Vitiligo, who happens to be a gangster and shit, whose way of destroying niggas holds like if he's ever disrespected by a nigga or not paid, he has a raccoon that bites their dick off and shit. No lie.
Repeat that for me one more time.
T.I. has a raccoon. T.I.'s character has a raccoon that when he's unpaid for a debt's owed.
The raccoon or T.I.?
T.I.
Okay.
He has the raccoon. He has these niggas drop their drawers and shit. Like nigga was outside gambling on a fucking raccoon fight. Country shit ever, right? These niggas was literally in the cage gambling on the raccoon fights. So these niggas was
Is that an accurate depiction of Southern life? Please do. If you're from New Orleans and you were around in 2006, did you niggas fight? Huh? Oh yeah, yeah. Please leave in the comments if in the time of Katrina, raccoon fights were a thing. But what?
Or maybe if it is still today. But anyway, so my man's was gambling on that shit. Who lost? He was gambling on his ass. He ain't had no money. So T.I.
on the raccoons.
Yeah, on the raccoons. So T.I. got mad. He was like,
"Why did they sign up for this?"
I'm telling you, telling you a whole scene because this shit was hard, nigga. Because if I ever go that dark, nigga, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Fuck, pay me my money, bitch. So this nigga was like, yo, this nigga come up in here, and if he would have won, he would have won us to pay him. And we would have paid him. Shut up, Vanden. But it's like, he was like, but he come in here, he ain't got no money, he betting on his ass. Now he gotta walk the plank. So he made that nigga drop his drawers and walk near this motherfucking cage where it had a raccoon that was like it was rabbit. It was like, nigga, it was crazy, nigga. It was like it was crawling around in the cage. It was all types of this rabbit. Made that nigga walk over there by gunpoint, nigga, and the motherfucker like damn near bit the nigga dick off. And made that nigga walk home. Gangster shit. That's T.I.
I don't know if I would call that gangster, but okay.
She ain't about that life, nigga.
Let's go with that.
Yeah. But, so that happened.
Wow. Mom.
Look, nigga.
Cutthroat.
I'm getting to it. So they had to go to T.I. and was like, yo, we need some work. We broke. We out of here on our ass. Tupac living in his car. Straight up. Tupac living in his car.
Stop saying Tupac. Stop saying Tupac.
It's Tupac, nigga. What you want?
Stop saying Tupac.
It's the nigga that's Tupac. I don't know what this nigga want from me, bro. Like, Tupac living in his car. The dope nigga, you know what I'm saying? He living with his bitch and shit, but they about to get kicked out, so he's suffering.
Wait. Tupac living in his car is hilarious.
He was living in his car, nigga.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And the white homie and shit, the Eminem ain't looking ass nigga, he was the nigga that was trying to get in the dog fighting, you feel me? And trying to get his bread up, you know what I mean? So
what is this movie about?
I'm telling you, nigga. I'm telling
All
you.
I'm hearing is illegal animal fights.
It is illegal.
That's all I'm hearing.
Look, fam. I ain't got to it yet because you won't let me. You feel me?
Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
So they had to go to this nigga and he was like, yo, I got some work for you. All you gotta do is rip off this motherfucking this casino and shit. It's already been scoped out. Everything should be good. This is what you need to go in here and do. Whoop, 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 whoop. So they go in there, successful robbery that they think of. They look like somebody actually was about to stick up the same fucking casino or was supposed to rob them once they did. Had a whole shootout with these niggas and shit. Lost one of the homies. Damn. So they lost one of the homies. And now they like, damn, nigga, we can't just let homie just be like, that nigga got a mama and shit. We gotta bury homie. So they used the money that they stole to bury homie and not took it back to T.I.
So T.I. was the main homie.
Nah, T.I. was the main villain.
With Vitiligo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but he had a vicious raccoon. You know what I'm saying? I explained that.
Yeah, the raccoon was a rapist, apparently. Okay.
It was vicious. Terrible. But so they didn't give T.I. his cut of anything and shit because they used that bread that they got, spent it on burying homie. So he like, nigga, I don't give a fuck your homie got killed through that shit. The fuck that got to do with me?
Ouch.
Give me my motherfucking money, man.
That's harsh.
You know what I mean? So he, you know what I mean? Like damn, son, we got to get him this money, but fuck that nigga though, bro. Like we had to bury the homie. They go on the run. And then when they go on the run, they realize like, shit, nigga. I'm not spelling the whole damn thing. I'm trying to get through it, nigga. It's late as fuck. Like, so they on the run and shit. And then like they realize like, damn, son, we broke to the motherfucker. Damn. We need to get our money up. But then in the same play and shit, Dope Dude, you know what I'm saying? My nigga from my nigga from Dope, the movie.
Mm-hmm.
His baby mama's like,
the artist.
Yeah, the wife and shit. She like, yo, I need to make a play because my nigga in trouble, you feel me? So she make a play with the motherfucker, with a councilman who's an old dirty cop who know Terrence Howard, who is like an old dirty cop but became that nigga.
Okay.
It's a lot happens in 30 minutes.
I clearly just need to watch this movie.
A lot happens in 30 minutes, nigga. I'm going to just tell you there's a huge 30 minutes
Let's
where
just
like,
get
a
the
lot of
Gates.
shit happens. So
Let's just get the Kevin
A lot of
Gates.
shit happened, you feel me? A lot of shit happened.
Let's just get the Kevin Gates.
Nigga, let me explain this shit for the audience, you selfish fuck. Anyway. Okay. So a lot of shit happened. Let's just say.
Sound like Joe Biden
keeping
right
it,
now. We're gonna do a lot.
Keeping this story short. The artist's chick fucking pretty much saves him and his homies' asses and shit, and they end up getting to pass through a series of events.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
T.I. get killed, they get cleared, they good to go.
Right.
But nigga, they go back to the hood, nigga, and now they just back in the same position that they was in before. But now they like, nigga, fuck it. We gonna rob the FEMA spot. And let's just say they robbed the FEMA spot and it doesn't go very well. But
when you say don't go very well, does T.I. die?
T.I.'s already dead at this point.
Oh, well. Are there any more raccoons being
No more raccoons.
forced to?
No more raccoons. You're the only one left.
No? Okay.
Yeah, you got that one, didn't you?
Yeah. I did.
But yeah. Overall, I will say, overall plot.
You're
And
a
I'm
fucking idiot.
Overall plot.
You're a fucking idiot.
I'm gonna say this bitch.
9 breaths out of 10.
This bitch got coronavirus. But like
That's harsh.
Not ventilator coronavirus, but it got coronavirus. Like the flaws, it's like the flaws in the movie are mad obvious flaws that hampered the entertainment. Like they mad like
I can only go off of George's. If you all haven't watched it, I can only go off George's and Jose's fucking interpretation. So, and it looks like and sounds like it's not great, people.
it's not a great masterpiece worth of work. Like we were just like motherfucking
not
disgusting.
Worth. If it was 4 hours, would it be worth it?
No.
No. Be a lot of filler in there.
No.
Should it be shorter than it is?
Low key, I don't know if George would agree with me, but in the 2 hours of the movie that it is, I think they covered a lot. And it was
it something worth covering?
It was impressive that, and to me, I'm like, damn, you covered a lot of story in 2 hours, and I was actually captivated enough to endure it. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like the flaws are real obvious, but it's when you get into it, like, it's not a hard movie to get into. I would say that.
Right.
But when you get into it, everything that's happening, it kind of plays off. And to me, it would have been a great, like, 30-minute mini series if they could have made it like.
So it could have been shorter, like I said.
It could have been. I feel like if it could have been longer,
Like if it couldn't have been longer.
It could have been longer without the design of a movie. Like if it was in a mini series type deal, it would have. I think it had.
Couldn't it just be a series? Why did it have to be a mini series?
Limited series. It doesn't need to be one of those things. It needs to be
the story.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of those things that could have had a more time to where you can analyze more of the characters and shit like that.
Right.
But the corny things are mad motherfucking corny. And I think
it feels rushed, like that first Justice League.
Yeah, and that's
what it sounds like.
And there was like points to where it was like, oh shit, when Terrence Howard comes in.
I wonder why they all signed up for that then.
He comes in and he's in for a couple different scenes.
Scenes just came from nowhere.
Yeah. He was that nigga though. He was like that nigga.
Was he the bad guy? Because usually when he pops up like that, he's the bad guy.
He was the.
At least back in the day, he was.
He was the plug.
He was so one of the bad guys.
He was the plug. Like he was that nigga. For the young nigga, yeah.
Okay, George said he was the plug, but he was looking out for the young niggas. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. This sounds like something I would enjoy watching because of the people in it.
I would say
but at the same
it has
time,
coronavirus.
It sounds ridiculous.
Like if you're one of those people that like, I know it's one of those movies that it's like, if you really love like the shittiness or like the grimy, shitty indie old movies and
sounds
shit.
like all that's missing is Sam Jackson.
He should have been a liquor store owner or something. But
Indian.
Oh, the ending was absolutely atrocious.
Just let me watch it for myself. I'm gonna watch it probably tonight when y'all leave anyway.
The ending was bad. It was,
just because y'all telling me all of this, I'm awake too. I'm gonna want to watch it.
One of the worst parts of the movie was the ending because it's one of those endings. It's one of those endings that puts you in a position where it's like. You wait.
Are you mad at it? Because if you get mad at
it's one of those artistic endings where it's like
I'm not watching that shit.
No, you gotta give it. You gotta give it. They just overplayed the ending.
How artistic are we talking? Are we talking about the little things artistic? Or are we talking about Tenet artistic?
I didn't see Tenet.
Tenet is atrocious, and that's a Christopher Nolan directed movie.
Oh, really?
It is. Look. I watched it the one time. I think I said a few weeks on here. I watched it one time. Paid like I think $7 for it or something on Amazon Prime. And I was like, maybe I need to watch it again because it was so confusing. Then I watched it again. Didn't pay for it because it was free at that point. Watched it again. Said, I still don't know. Then, word to Cinema Sins, watched their thing on it and was like, I missed a couple things. Then I watched it again for a third time. This is a fucking 2.5 hour movie. Almost 3 hour movie.
Nah, you're unemployed. What you got to do?
Exactly. So that's why I watched it 3 times. But the third time watching it, guess what I said to myself? Same thing. I said to myself, first time I watched it, did I miss something? It's just a garbage movie.
Did you feel that way about Inception?
I've never seen Inception all the way through.
I'm gonna say you probably
I've
feel
only
that way
seen
about
parts
it
of
because
Inception.
Inception is like I've seen that.
I
still watch that movie
from what
today.
I've seen of Inception.
I still watch that movie today, and I'm still confused at certain points. Some things I understand in time.
From what I've seen of Inception, it's similar, but from what I've seen of Inception is better. Makes more fucking sense than that.
All right, I gotta see it for myself. But The ending is absolutely trash. But
It makes me not want to watch it, but I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah,
just
you
'cause
gotta
we
watch
just
it
spent
anyway.
fucking 40 minutes talking or 20 minutes talking about
all right,
it.
final one.
Gates.
Gates.
Change your hairstyle, nigga. I love you, but stop it.
Only for Generals Part 2. I'm gonna say
Part 1 was hard.
Yeah,
I haven't heard 2.
I'm gonna get straight to business on this one. I'm just gonna say straight up right now, I didn't like it. I'm over it.
Why? Because that's a strong statement to make about Kevin Gates' music.
Kevin Gates' music, in my opinion, outside of his personal changes in his own life that he can recall,
Which are respectable.
Yeah, which is respectable. I'm not mad at In Shape Gates. Hair, the new
I'm
hair,
not mad at-
new hair shit. That shit, wow. But
Yeah,
the fact that he, vegan and
I'm
know
talking
what
more
I'm
so
saying, in
mindset
shape,
and-
you ain't doing
yeah,
you ain't on
physical
no drugs and shit.
set and
I'm cool with that.
mindset.
You know what I mean?
Getting yourself together.
But
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You can talk about that shit all day, every day. That's cool. But I feel like the music, in my opinion, hasn't gotten any better.
Do you think he's gotten comfortable?
Very. I feel like he's gotten so comfortable. Like my problem with my problem with Gates right now is the same problem that I had.
What is George talking about?
Because he's a Gates stan.
I am too, but I don't even know what he's doing right
Yeah,
now.
but,
I get what you're
yeah.
saying.
But my problem with Gates right now is what my problem was with,
Even though I haven't heard the project, I get what you're saying.
What J. Cole did or was started to do with his projects, where it was like he was mostly the only person involved with it. For J. Cole specifically.
That's not always okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
But J.
go
Cole
ahead, go ahead.
specifically, he was making his own beats, mixing and mastering the shit himself, rapping every word himself, no extra features on that motherfucker at all. And
that was hit or miss for like 3 albums.
Yeah, and that was like
And 2 of them are classics.
exactly. And I've given Gates a long time to where I'm like, you know what? I've heard
Gates
you
has only put out 2 albums. He put out like 8 mixtapes.
Yeah, but I'm like, nigga,
Or
you've
one
done
album.
you've done features with other people.
1.
You've had
No, 2.
whatever. He's had a lot of projects. Period.
Yeah.
But you've done projects with other people, features with other people. Great songs. You know what I'm saying? They're not terrible songs, you know what I mean? And
Facts.
with even NBA Youngboy and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit's fire.
Yeah. They fit perfectly.
Yeah. And it's like he will not bring any outside energy into an album work.
I think that's intentional.
I think it's intentional too. But to
Maybe
me,
it should come out of that box a
yeah,
little bit.
but to me,
that is
it's now
intentional, I think.
becoming repetitive because it's like it's been a minute since I've been impressed since something he's done. That's why I give it a hard.
What was the last thing you were impressed with? I don't mean to keep cutting you off questions. I'm just saying as we're going.
Maybe Luca Brasi 3.
That wasn't even impressive to me. The last thing that impressed me was well, I don't know. I guess it was that.
I Am was okay.
Yeah, no, we talking about like great. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
like
it was
impressed,
3.
like probably Luca Brasi
Because that was
3.
the one with Great Man on it and shit, right? And Make America Trap Again.
Is it?
No, that was Great Man and Make America Trap Again was him. So that was the last thing then. That was the last thing that really was like that nigga rocking that shit. Because that had that other one on there, like I forgot the name of it, but that other big single he had. It was a huge single. I forgot the name of it. He was like running in the video, was getting arrested by the police. It was like him being
Yeah,
himself.
I remember that one.
I don't remember the name of the song, but that was a huge single for him.
It wasn't like these.
That was the last project.
I'm not saying that Gates don't make good music still, but now it's like you not making music that is. You making the same project over. The songs, the beat structures might change just a little bit.
20 projects.
But you making the same project over and over.
He's done that for 20 projects, just like Gucci, just like Jeezy, just like nigga, 100 niggas you can name that are great at talking about one thing. They constantly talk about one thing. And some switch it up at times, like Gates seems to be doing right now, but I'm sure he'll come back around because he knows what the fuck we really want. He knows what the fuck. I mean, I'm sure he seems to be going through a phase of, let's say, discovery right now. But when you a nigga from the street that ain't never had none of your life been trashed and you just fucking get a bunch of money, yeah, you might want to explore some new things and you might sound different for a little while. I'm not. Hey, he might go. I hate to say this about Gates.
I'm a fan.
You might go Kanye and never come back to us. You imagine that with Kevin Gates. What if Kevin Gates Oh God, I can't even say this with a.
No big Gates slander on this podcast.
Right, there will be none, and I am not slandering him when I say this. But what if he keeps the blonde hair and the kilt? And I'm only calling it a kilt to give him bail. I'm shooting him bail. I don't even know what the fuck that skirt was.
He gonna shoot you with the fucking gun.
He
Then
might.
you lift it up from under the fucking skirt.
He might. But I'm willing, as a Kevin Gates fan that doesn't listen to, and quote me on this, hasn't paid attention to a lot of hip hop lately. And I see pictures of one of my favorite artists looking a bit different than, let's
Suspect.
say, I'm not going to say that word.
Yeah, it's a great word.
Looking a bit different than, excuse me, not what we're used to him looking like, but just not,
Look, fam.
it's not what you would expect. And then you see that, and then you go, hey, what are you doing? And he goes, nigga, I'm living life. And you go, okay. Then you hear the music, I'm assuming from what you say, and you go, yeah, nigga, you are living life.
It's the same.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But
To me, I judge like this. This is my thing.
what Jay say, nigga?
The way
if you want the old Jay-Z, nigga, buy my old shit. Maybe Gates has reached that point.
because your old shit sounds like your new shit.
No,
Or
Jay
new
old
shit,
shit don't sound like his
or
new
your
shit.
No, I'm talking for Gates. Or your new shit sounds like your old shit for him. Like it doesn't sound better. It doesn't sound worse.
So wait, maybe I misconstrued what you're saying is. So what you're saying is, regardless to the look now or the change
I don't give a
in
fuck
the
about the way a
appearance,
nigga look because I barely watch shit that
Look,
these
no,
niggas is
but-
doing outside of
but hear me
dropping
out.
music.
Hear me out. Regardless to the change in the appearance, you are saying that the music is still what it's been,
Yeah.
or it's less than it's been.
It's still what it's been, but
What's wrong with that?
here's
You're just tired of hearing them talk about the same thing.
no, it doesn't sonically sound
'Cause,
or
yeah, I completely went left field.
Yeah,
what
I'm
I
about to say,
thought you were saying.
no, like it
My
doesn't.
bad.
It doesn't sonically sound like unlike any other project that he's done. In the sense of, you know, I would say it like this. I don't put Kevin Gets to being a simple person, but
think
I
if you
feel like-
follow them, that's obvious.
yeah, but I believe that he has this simplified
degree.
personal formula for what has worked, and he hasn't tried to adapt that as time has gone on.
I
He's
don't
just
think he
been-
has to. Just like Gucci, he doesn't have to. Gucci been talking about cocaine the same way for 20 years,
yeah,
and
but
it still works.
there's
Still sounds great.
there's a reason why the fuck I don't. I'm not.
You don't
I'm not.
listen to
No,
Gucci.
I'm saying I'm not judging a fucking what's the name a Gucci album here because it's like
No, you're not.
you know,
There's a
I would
Kevin
never-
Gates album about sounding the way a Kevin Gates album sounds, which is weird.
no nigga. I've heard great Kevin Gates, and this isn't great. It is not.
Every
It's
album
not.
isn't, every project
it's
isn't
not-
great.
That's why the fuck I'm reviewing it.
No, you can review it even if it was great, but
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like I'm saying how the fuck I feel about it. It's not great.
No, I'm
it's
not.
not. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's actually I call it mediocre. I maybe like 3 songs on that bitch that I would actually go back to. And listen
I
to
guess I
again.
thought you had a bigger beef with it than you actually do from the way you alluded to it. That's
I feel
really
like
what it was.
I
thought
feel like
you had
over a
bigger
time you
beef than
should
do.
try to adapt,
I feel that, but
and it's been
why if
no
you don't
adaptation.
have to? I mean, and not why if
I'm
you don't
bored
have
with
to.
your shit. I'll probably say it
think-
like that. I'm bored with your shit now.
You what?
It's like if I'm talking to Gates, if I'm looking at him, like I'm just bored with your shit. Like I'm bored of the same fucking thing. I put it like that. That'd probably be the most simplest way and most direct way for me to say it.
So you're just bored with hearing Kevin Gates do what works for Kevin Gates
Same
because
thing.
it's work. Because it's the same sound, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's blasphemous. I feel it. Like on some fan shit, I feel it. On some artist shit, is like, whatever. But on some podcast shit, it's like, nigga, I get you, but at the same time, even with me thinking what I thought you were thinking, at the same time, I mean, he's tried different things.
Like
He
I said,
does
I
different
can understand
things.
from both sides how it can be right and be wrong. So I mean, like, depending on who you are, how you stand upon that. I'm not saying I, unlike George, am not a super Kevin Gates fan. I am a fan, but I'm not I'm not.
Not a big enough fan not to critique him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Even though your critique was a little weird. But yeah.
I kind of wanted to just let it rock because I just felt like I fuck with Gates. I didn't really want to say nothing about it, but
I thought you was gonna go way harder about it. That's why I went where I went, because I
just
thought
kinda
you
think
was saying something on that
I'm
level.
gonna say I think I kind of
So
got
I
to
ain't
it.
know.
Like by this point, it's like I'm just bored with the shit. I feel like adapt. Like,
I mean, I
show me
felt that
something.
way.
Show me something a little different. You know what I'm
I
saying?
felt that way about Lil Wayne. I felt that way about Gucci. I felt that way about Jeezy. I felt that way about fucking
Jeezy had his moment
E40.
too,
I felt
for
that
sure.
way about
And I'm a
fucking
legit
Joe
Jeezy
Budden.
fan.
I felt that way about a lot of rappers, bro. So just saying a nigga's giving you what he's been giving you for 20 years and you're tired of it, man, just stop listening for a while. Because what he's giving you works. And whether it works or not, you did like it at one point. And you still kind of like, you're just tired of hearing that thing from that person. So stop listening to that person for a minute.
Just make your.
Just on some
If
artist
you're gonna
shit.
make the same song twice, make the new song that you make better than the last song.
I don't think Gates goes in the studio and doesn't try to do that.
Yeah,
So I think it's offensive to assume otherwise.
yeah, but
Just on some artist shit and just to Kevin Gates. I think
Didn't
it's
succeed.
offensive to assume otherwise.
didn't succeed. Sorry.
To you. I'm
Yeah,
sure
it
it's a lot. It's a lot of other niggas that probably love that album that you're talking about, or love that project you're talking about. I don't know if it's an album or not, but I probably love it.
Only for Generals 2
It's
Is-
just beer.
is breathing like a fat man and a lazy boy to me. It's
I'm not
there.
going with that. I'm not going with
It's
that.
there.
I can't go with that.
It's
I haven't
alive.
heard it, and I'm not going with that.
It's alive.
I'm not going with that. What if I hear it? Okay.
It's a
Okay.
fat man and a lazy boy. It's alive.
George said it's definitely not.
It ain't dead. It ain't moving neither.
This nigga said it's
But
eating
it's
TV
okay.
dinners, watching Fox News,
Right? Like
just going like.
I ain't even saying that. But
You
it's
said breathing and not moving. How you think niggas breathe
I'm
and don't
saying,
move?
I'm saying
just
it is,
like
but I'm
that.
saying it is moving, but it's fat, and you know what I'm saying. It's gonna have a hard time getting up some stairs in a minute.
What you saying is, it goes to WWE fights.
Possibly,
Okay.
but
George said no, definitely not. Kevin Gates fans in the comments, please let us know.
I mean, I'm not impressed. I'm not, and I'm a huge fan of grimy music, and I'm just not.
Whatever.
But
Fuck it.
let's get the fuck out of here. Let's
Word
wrap
to
it up.
Gates, nigga. Fix your hair. We love you. Stop doing that shit. Keep
Experiment
making
with your
good music.
Make it
Keep
better.
making great music, sir.
Make it better.
If you haven't noticed by now, Jose Ortega tends to ask for a bit much.
Is it so much for a motherfucker
What? Shut up.
to ask
Just
for you
shut
to
up.
drop an album?
Just
I don't think
shut
so.
up.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I don't think so at all. It's a mic right here. I'm looking at it. I'm pointing to it. You can't see it in the frame.
Bitch, shame yourself into a podcast Grammy. You worried about my music Grammy? Shame yourself into a podcast Grammy. They make those now.
I do every day.
What? We could, but that's got nothing to do with the Grammys.
See. George is
Okay,
trying.
then let's do a 5-track bitch.
George trying to.
Okay.
George.
When you
trying
got the time to do that, sir? Mr.
Ooh.
Online Zoom School.
Ooh. What he trying to tell you? What he trying to tell you is, George.
Look, I wish
what
I
he-
could see
what
behind
he
the
trying-
camera. All
what-
he doing is
what he trying to tell you is, George, is that you ain't got time to drop no music. So
shut
you,
up.
So
You
you
just started
so,
writing
So
again.
you can't. So he can't drop no music with you because
Word
then
to
you
yourself.
can't work time through that and shit. You know what I'm saying? Even though, despite that fact, you the one that actually has music out. So I think that shit crazy.
See how they flip it back on me? Y'all see how
that's
they
nuts.
flip it back on
That's
me?
nuts,
Y'all
though.
see how they flip it back on a real nigga?
You are the
Y'all see
only
what they
rapper
do.
in the room who has no music out.
Bitch, but I do have music out. What?
I'm gonna shame you into a Grammy, son.
Misunderstood dropping next week. Anyway,
Shame.
I am the one and only Busy 93, a.k.a. Kwame Khalifa, a.k.a. that nigga that will put his dick so deep in your daughter that your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother will feel it.
It still won't be no album.
If I do, it's funded by a very rich family at that point. And if not, then, it'd probably just be made in somebody's bathroom or something. Anyway, who are you?
It's your A-Wood on the mic, motherfucking Hood today, Ortega, a.k.a. Podcast Puffy, you know what I mean?
You did.
A.k.a. Tequila Poppy. I ain't let y'all know that shit in a while, you know what I mean? But it's been a minute since I had some tequila, like some really good tequila.
It's been a minute since we did the AKAs. You know what I learned? A lot of new listeners of this show have not been hip to the fact that the AKAs are as pungent and poignant and on point and real and just nasty, sticky, dirty, and just only out the mud as it is. You know what I'm saying? I think we might have to run that back for the people one day. So one day soon. Maybe episode 150. Just for the folks.
Oh, 150 bit, for sure.
Maybe.
Because this is episode 149, Millennials Podcast, House of Space Media. We will be back next week for that 150 drum.
You did.